Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to show number 575. Finally, a number I could get into, man. 575. I like it. It's got a nice ring to it. 575. Anyway, today is Saturday, October 17th, 2020. And how you guys doing, man? We got Bum, we got Mark, we got Coach with us, man. How you guys doing, brothers?
Excellent.
Good.
As always.
Good. So I know I've got some pretty decent beers for today's show. We've got topics. I already put the link in the chat so everyone can jump in that wants to jump in. I've got we've got some big beer news in my area at least. A brewery that I have been dying to get to. Tombstone Brewery out of Tombstone, yes, Tombstone, Arizona, has now opened a location here in Phoenix. Tombstone Brewing Company is now open in Phoenix, so super excited about that. Friday was their opening day, and I'll get more into some details on that here in a minute. But I am going to crack open this All the Hops IPA, which is their kind of flagship beer. These people, if you ever get to Phoenix and get a chance to sample Tombstone Brewery, it's one of my faves, one of my all-time faves. Similar to Goldwater. I love Goldwater here in the Phoenix area. Fantastic. Oh yeah, see that? Just want to spit a little back at you, baby. Yeah. But look at that, man. Look at that beautiful color.
Ooh.
Look at that. Oh, yeah. They know how to do hoppy beers, man. Hoppy beers are their thing. Let me do a Tappa. And for once, I've got proper glassware so the curtains are matching the drapes, or the carpet matches the drapes, baby. Yeah. There we go. I got to get a selfie, and I'll get you in here, team. I see you, bruh. I'll get you in here. Dude, if you could smell, the big time for this one, man. Oh, it's phenomenal. How you doing today, team? What's up, brother?
Doing good. How y'all doing?
Excellent.
Did you get like a haircut and stuff? Look at you.
I did. I lowered my ears.
This guy looks a little man. I'm getting a little chub coming up, man. Looking at you.
Yeah.
Wow.
You must have had a photo shoot or something coming up, right?
Well,
Screen tap.
I'm pregnant, so I gotta look good while I'm pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. All right. Well, good to see you again, brother. Absolutely. Good to see you again.
Y'all doing good?
Excellent. Yeah.
I'm sampling fantastic beer. Oh my God. Woo. Hey, what do you got there, Mark? Looks like are you gonna show us something or?
Oh no, I'm just putting the laptop up a little. I don't want to emphasize the pencil neck too much.
Oh, I got you.
I gotta keep it real. There we go.
In moderation. So, team, now that you jumped in, brother, what do you sample on? Oh, Evan Williams. Yeah.
Oh, I got something for you, team. I got to go up and grab.
Bond.
You got a special bottle of that. Huh? What do you? No charge. What do you got?
This is Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. It's at least 100 proof.
Oh, 100 proof. Yeah. What's the cost of that one,
man? Down here, let's see, $27.99.
Oh, that ain't bad at all.
For is that a 1.75 liter?
Nah, yeah. It's half a gallon
bottle. That's not bad. That's pretty good.
But that was bought at my local place, which is shitty as fuck. If I would drive an hour east, I could probably get it for about $15, probably.
you have to go to Arkansas to get it for $15?
Right. Hey, yeah. Right there on the Arkansas border. I have to go right on the Texas side, but I can get it for 15. What? No, it is on the Arkansas side. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, on the Arkansas side, I can get it for $15.
Wow.
God, this is such a good. I mean, look at that sucker, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they're raping people. They're fucking them. Coach, I love you.
What's going on, man? Good to see you.
This is what's going on.
Attaboy. Get that medicine up in you. Attaboy. There you go.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Let me get to some comments real quick. We got Bobby Joe in here, man. Where's everybody? And we got Charles. Hey, Jody, good to see you, man. Team got in here finally, and then we got Andrew in here now, man. What's up?
My buddy
we got
Honey.
a 40 ounce in here, man. How you doing, man? What's going on there, Mad Moeller? And who else we got in here?
Is Hunter D. Wayne in there? That's my buddy.
Who?
Hunter D. Wayne Johnson.
I don't see him in here.
No.
Oh, that looked good. I don't know what that was. That looked good.
Oh, foamy head. Here we go. All right, everyone, having a Day of the Dead Juicy Pale Ale from Tubbs Brewery.
Nice.
What do you got there, Andrew? What's that, man?
This is my last bottle of Grain Belt's
Dam.
Lock and Dam.
Lock and Dam. Gotta love that. Man.
We got plenty of them here in Minnesota.
How do you like that one, man? Is that one?
It's a good sessionable beer. I mean, it's not like a very strong beer as far as alcohol content, so it's a good lawnmower beer. I mean, you go work in the yard and you can tip a few of these back. See, you got barbecue going or something. This would be perfect with it. I mean, it kind of looks like I don't know, your German Pilsner if you want, because it's got kind of that golden yellow.
Grain Belt's one of those decades old regional breweries that are like Narragansett in Massachusetts and Straub in Pennsylvania. That's just been a local presence forever, and so I take it Grain Belt is slowly expanding their portfolio a little bit, Andrew.
Well, actually, what it is Grain Belt does not have a brewery anymore.
Right, most of those places don't.
They actually sold, the family that owns Grain Belt actually sold their recipes to August Shell down in New Ulm.
Okay.
They just bought the recipe pretty much, yeah.
And the very large neon Grain Belt cap in Minneapolis was just recently restored, and it looks very beautiful at night, and it's a lot of local photographers' target for shooting.
Well, I won't get into my personal hobby. I have some Grain Belt related memorabilia.
That's okay.
What do you got? What do you got, bro?
Just some Vikings and mainly Twins and Vikings schedule sponsored by Grain Belt.
Oh, okay, Grain Belt, yeah.
Bump, speaking of sports, did you know back in the 1950s and 60s, various sportscasters were sponsored by various beers?
You mean like Ballantyne for Mel Allen for the Yankees, and
exactly.
Yeah.
And then as literally the beers would jump from one team to another, that personality went with it.
Well, it don't make a shit. It don't make a shit Dallas lost Dak, so everything's fucked up now.
Oh, damn.
Whole season's gone. You
What do you
can't rely upon Andy Dalton.
So what do you think about Andy Dalton, man? I mean,
Andy Dalton is an 8-8 quarterback. Fuck, I don't want him in there.
so you don't like the ginger? You don't want the ginger in there?
No, none whatsoever. No.
Caliber quarterback. He got to the playoffs. How many times did Dalton get?
Now, when he was at Cincinnati, he was an 8-8 quarterback. That's what he is. But oh shit, we got a great offensive line. We do have that, but we have a shitty defense because all of our players are hurt. And just like Dak, I don't see Dak coming back for at least 1-2 seasons at least.
Hey, team, let me light that for you. Let's go.
Shut up, Coach. I love you.
Light it. Let's go.
The socially distant light.
So what did you think about the actual injury, man? So I've heard.
Did you see it?
Some reporters are trying to say that he'll be back in 8 months. I think pretty
I
dog.
don't see that.
What do you actually think, man? What's the time frame you think he'll be back?
I would put him, if he comes back, I would say at least 2 years. Did you see his injury?
Oh man, it's bad. Yeah, that was.
Bro, that shit was so bad. I thought his shoe came off, and when I was looking at it, I was like, "Oh, his shoe came off." Okay. No, it was fucking his ankle was fucking bent all the way in. It was dislocated.
Shattered it completely, didn't he? Didn't he completely shatter it? Isn't it?
Yeah. He's got everything's done now. He's got a fracture, but
Stick him with a fork.
Even with the fracture, you can't play. A fracture hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say so. That's probably an understatement, team. Probably slightly understated. Yeah.
Is that the show title? A fracture hurt?
You already titled the show, so you may have to change it. That's possibility number one.
That's serious analyzing right there. You can't
add it to the list.
That is as hardcore as it gets right there.
I'll jot that one down.
Yeah.
Is that a big owie, team? Is a fracture just a real big owie?
We're fucked. That's all I'm gonna say. We're fucked.
I mean, honestly,
we gotta rely upon Andy fucking Dalton. Sorry ass. We're fucked for the year. We're fucked.
I mean,
that's your screen name. You're fine then.
Dalton did right there. You go.
Yeah.
Dalton's an 8-8 quarterback. That's what he is. But we got a great offensive line, but our defense, we ain't even got no fucking defense. Our defense are all injured too. All our defensive players are injured.
So it was one of them. Their Omaha steak boxes.
Yeah. Just count the Cowboys out the whole fucking year. I promise you.
And in Vegas says the glare off your dome is blinding me, Coach.
I'm gonna send Coach some Simon eyes. He can put some Simon eyes on the front.
But you know what though? You know what? I'm gonna say this. If Barkley would have played when Dallas played New York would have beat fucking Dallas. I promise you.
What do you think there, Rod? I know you don't have any opinions on anything. And
Not at all. None at all.
It's kind of tough to get an opinion out of you. But what do you think, man? For one, the injury.
You don't like God's country. You're a Satanist.
For one, the injury alone. And
I just came in on the back end. What are you guys talking about?
Dak Prescott's injury.
Yeah, I saw the ankle. It was definitely pointing all points south. So
yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Dallas?
I mean,
with the
his workout routine, that little workout dance he would do when he was working out before the game all the time. But I mean, no, it's always sad to see a player go down. So,
like that,
all joking aside, so hopefully he bounces back. But I hadn't seen anything as nasty as that since Napoleon McCollum had his ankle injury back on Monday Night Football.
Or what about that
Heisman
player?
Heisman
NBA player from oh my God, who was it? It was
had to be Oklahoma because that's the best team ever.
Oh, Boston. It was like just a couple games into the season.
Oh, that was
He played on
That's McCoy.
Hayward last year back in
Hayward.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward.
That was that same.
That was nasty. You heard the pop when that happened.
Oh,
The pop and everything. So yeah.
oh, I mean, you heard it on camera. Bam! It was. Whew.
We hate the Longhorns. We hate the Longhorns.
Now it's not football, but he's back playing basketball. What do we think about Dak's chances to make a full recovery?
Yeah, that was nasty.
I bet he comes back, but I don't know if it's 2 years, team. I bet it's late next season. At least a year out. I mean, it's just going to take a while to heal, and then you got a ton of.
Boy, look at you!
Was TGF got somebody streaking back there or something?
I don't know, man.
No clue what's going on down in Texas there, Rod.
He's getting a private show of something taking place.
No, my son just got here. Hold on. Hey, get your ass in here.
Hey, Rod. So let me ask you, brother. I'm going to mute our friend here while he's having a.
Oh, please don't, Joe.
While he's having
a moment
conversation with his son. Oh, it is kind of juicy. Wait, hold on, Rod. You just never know what you get here.
I love y'all. Get your ass in there. Get your ass in there. Come on.
Potential show title number 2.
Yeah, get your ass in there. Yeah.
Well, I guess he ain't doing it, but
yeah.
Hey, get your ass in there.
I think
there's a show title.
Hey, get your ass in here is the show title.
I'm waiting for it. If I have to get up.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Get up. Yeah.
I'm back. Coach, I love you, motherfucker. Goddamn, Coach. Goddamn, Coach.
If you love me, you'll take a shot right now. You'll take a shot if you love me.
You take a shot with me, motherfucker. I'll do it.
Oh, yes. How can we make that happen?
Well, Coach will do a shot. He's up for anything.
That's right.
I don't have liquor because then I'll be in jail tomorrow. So we don't go.
If you ain't got liquor, you're a pussy.
Oh,
I got liquor all day long.
Well, let's see it. Let's see it, big boy.
It's right here.
Is that turkey of the wild variety?
No, it's Evan Williams White Label.
What's it doing in the bottle?
Evan Williams. Okay, because wild turkey's got a white label too.
Yeah.
I like wild turkey, but I can't get White Label here. All I can get is 101. Where's Coach in? Come on, Coach. I got you right here, baby. I'm pouring this motherfucker right here.
Now, Joe.
Come on, Coach.
There he is.
What's it doing in the bottle and not in your gut? Let's get in that gut, big boy. Let's go.
Oh, it's going to get in that fat ass gut, I promise you. It's going to get in there. Come on.
Vegas says,
I got it right here.
Coach.
This is a 25 milliliter, so it's a 2-shot. So come on, it's full to the brim.
Let's see how this works out, buddy.
No, pour your shit, goddammit. Pour your shit, goddammit.
I don't speak that language. What are you saying?
I don't speak queer, so I'll go ahead and just take mine.
Oh,
Why is your eye closed? One eye was closed.
I am not even daring
Hey,
to
Tom.
that show.
Hey,
What's up,
Tom.
guys? How's it going, guys?
Hey, Tom. Congrats, buddy.
Congratulations,
Thank
Tom.
Hey,
Yeah.
How's the little one doing?
hey, everyone gets something in your glass for Tom right here, my friend.
Thanks, guys.
I got crack open a black and tan.
Hey, we got Tom is a proud new papa here. How many days now, Tom? How many? Is it a full week?
10 days, right?
Yeah, the 7th. Yeah. It was just a week, a couple days ago.
Big salute to you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Man.
Time to start the show.
Good.
This is awesome, man. How do you feel?
Isn't that cool?
How do you feel?
Tired. We're up like every.
Do we have a crier? Is she quiet? What kind of?
Well, she's very attentive. So if she's crying, it's either she's hungry or she soiled herself.
Okay.
If you change her diaper, you feed her, she's good. She's actually really really good baby.
Bring your ass
We're happy.
in.
What are your thoughts now, man? Now that you're almost 2 weeks into this, what are your thoughts now compared to before?
Well, I never thought I was going to have a child ever, so it's obviously different. It's the first child. It's just crazy to look at your kid and be like, we created you, and you can see like different things from the mother and the father.
Hey,
It's just pretty cool.
That's very cool, man.
hey,
It's hard to explain, but it's just like you wake up, you see her sleeping there, it's all so cute and everything. And yeah, it's cool.
What does anything go through your mind that now that you're responsible for another human being?
Yeah.
Now you see her. Now that you actually can hold her, you see her. How does that feel for you? What's your thought process now?
Well, it's pretty cool that like she knows I'm the father. She falls asleep on my chest and everything, and it's like it's skin to skin. It's incredible. It's hard to describe. I'm sorry. It's a lot going on. I'm up here. I'm kind of tired. Every 3 hours.
Enough said. Every father out there understands exactly. Tom. On the other side of this, my daughter that's coming over Monday, that will be here Monday, is 30. And you know what, man? I can no longer hold her in my arms very long without killing myself. But I tell you what, man, you're just as happy. I'm just as excited to hear.
Hell yeah! It's crazy when you're looking at your daughter. You're like, I'm going to be able to have a conversation one day with you. You know what I mean? Try to teach you something. Yeah, it's just cool to think about that.
It'll always be your baby, though. I can vouch for that. That's always your baby.
Yeah.
Even when they're 10 and older, and it's always your baby.
And time flies too, right? Time goes.
No idea.
Tom, when you become a parent, time will fly like a jet.
The last 10 days. I mean,
the
last.
She's already. She's already gained weight. She's already gained length. She's growing right in front of her eyes already.
Incredible. It's So what are you guys doing? Now, okay, as if you've got a couple photographers in the room here.
Mm-hmm.
What is are you taking a picture at least a day? Are you doing the 365 project with your child, taking a picture that every day of that first year and watching how much she changes?
Well, I didn't really think about that yet, but we have been taking pictures every day, so we could go back. But we are maintaining a weekly at least, no matter what. Nice weekly, you know what I mean?
I think that's important. Yeah, if you could at least put together 52 shots that were similarly taken, and then you at the end of that 52, you put together a nice little video of those shots. It is incredible.
And it's like you don't know what she looks like yet, because you can you see what she looks like, but you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The eyes are all different, and the face expressions.
Is she a natural birth or C-section?
cesarean. Yeah.
Okay, so there's no cone head or anything like that.
Oh, there was. Yeah, hell yeah, there
Really?
was.
Okay.
Yeah, because I guess she was stuck in the pelvis. So that's, you know what I mean. I guess that's the area that you get the cone head.
Okay.
Because it's funny because they were doing the C-section and I was in the room and I was like, next to the anesthesiologist and everything.
Did you pass out? Did you pass out?
No, I didn't. No. Like she was like shaking and stuff, and she was awake. And the baby came out, and all I wanted to hear was a cry. That's all I wanted to hear. That's because when there's not a cry, there's something going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she came out, and her head was shaped. The lady made a joke. She was being funny about it, but she was nice. She's like, "Oh, we got a Homer Simpson head."
Right.
I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that shit."
Yeah.
And then, I guess like the plates shift in their head, right?
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Well, that's why some of us actually, some people stay with that soft spot in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Some people stay with that through adulthood, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's actually a thing for some people. Some people.
I was scared for her. I was like, "Oh, I hope it stay like that. I've never heard about that." And I'm like, she better grow a lot of hair.
Actually, in black families, when you have the cone head, it's a thing to massage the head in a particular way to make sure it comes back around again. It is a thing. You don't want your kid with this crazy head, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're scared as shit, man. But it went back to normal. Everything's good, and we're doing good over here. We're doing good.
Sometimes it does go out too. I mean, look at my mug. I mean, this thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Do you guys want to meet her?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And it'll be preserved on video forever.
She's sleeping right now, so.
Everybody quiet.
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I can get.
She goes.
I'm like, right in her face.
Oh.
There she goes.
She's got a lot of hair. Wow.
Yeah.
All that hair.
Hey,
Wow.
she
My
came out
kid
with a
was
full head of
bald.
hair. It's incredible. She was.
My kid was bald as a cue ball for a year.
Because it's like a myth that if you have heartburn, that if you don't have heartburn, you're not going to have any hair. She didn't have any heartburn at all. And full head of hair. They put her on the table, looking straight at me, eyes open, everything. I was like, oh my god. I didn't know that was a thing either.
You did good.
There's a lot going on.
You did real good, man. Congrats.
Thanks, man.
I am so happy for you, man. I'm so proud of you. So happy. Man. And so tell me, how do your parents feel?
It's with the whole COVID thing. It kind of sucks, right? They've met the baby, they've seen the baby, but we're trying to break it down. So certain people come by certain days, you know what I mean? So everyone's not around.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not happy that they're not able to see the baby as much, which I can understand. But we just have to keep safe. You know what I mean? You never know.
Yeah. And then she hasn't had all her immunizations and the shots yet, right? You kind of have to keep it naturally until that happens anyway. Right?
I guess she only has 3 stages for the Hep B, so she's only at a first stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like nothing. The only immune system she's getting is from the mother.
Right.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So that's her lifeline right now.
You really do have to be careful in those early stages like that.
Yeah.
Regardless of the virus or not, you have to be very, very careful.
Yeah. What is it? SIDS, sudden infant death.
Yeah.
They can just die.
They're very susceptible to that.
It's pretty scary.
They say SIDS happens when you lay them down to sleep, if you lay them down on their chest, say if you're napping with you, it's like and if you put them in the bassinet or crib or whatever, the carbon monoxide that they exhale, they'll inhale, and they say that's one of the causes of SIDS. My kid's going to be rolling 18 here in December.
She's way past SIDS, right? She's
yeah. I mean, this is what I was telling you, Tom. It's like time is going to fly like a jet. It's going to be like tomorrow. She's going to be in kindergarten. Then next week, first grade. Next week after that, it's going to be sixth grade. Then high school. Then graduation. You're gonna have gray hairs, my friend, by the time you're done.
Advice here, Tom. You don't want your kid to have a head like Reggie. That's advice right there, man.
Yeah.
Or a head like the commish, for that matter.
Or Billy D. I mean, you
All
don't want to be
inflamed.
bobbing around too much. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. No head like Reggie. Yeah. Well, congrats again, Tom. For sharing everything you've shared. And
it's incredible. It's incredible we can do something like this, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible.
I do suggest coffee if you have not invested in any yet.
Oh man, I got the coffee beans already in the cupboard. I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
A good brand if you want to try it. Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Yeah, there's a lot of different coffee companies out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Black Rifle is actually started by a Army Ranger vet.
Hence Black Rifle, right?
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
I'm starting a coffee company.
There you go.
Pencil neck roasters.
Hey, that actually has a good ring to it, Mark.
Yeah. Has a little ring to it, exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna get
pencil neck roasters.
Folgers, cook it in my oven, and then sell it. That'd be good.
Hey, Rod, fill us in. What's happening with Craig? Is there something happening with Craig we should know about, or?
Yeah, I mean, if Craig doesn't mind, I know he posted on Facebook and some of his friends, but his significant other just passed away a couple days ago.
Get out!
Oh, no way.
The one we watched cook. We watched her cook.
Huh?
We watched her cook one time on this show, I believe.
Oh, did you? Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Did we not?
Serious?
Oh man.
Yeah, so he put it on Facebook, so I think he's okay with me sharing it with you guys. But she passed away a couple days ago, so he's kind of taking a break from social media. But sure, he wanted to stop in and kind of get away from it by watching your show tonight. But he's raising his daughter by himself now and getting everything all.
That sucks.
Yeah, if you're watching, man, I hope you're doing good, man.
Yeah, Craig.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, you know what? We're going to give him one salute. And that's it. We're going to carry on. You know what? It's exactly why he's here, brothers. And we're going to give him a big salute. Here's to you, my brother.
Damn it.
Thank you for taking the time to tune in this talk about in this day and age. It's specifically to you, my friend. This day and time you are going through that. I just can't imagine what you're going through. And big salute to you, my friend. We absolutely love you, brother. Absolutely. Salute.
No doubt.
That is heavy. Wow. It's I hate to go there, but I'm going there. You know, when there's a loss of life, there's a new life. And we are sharing that right here on show 575 on Share a Beer. That is just a testimony to the way life goes. It's a big circle, and we've got new life on this same show, and unfortunately, you know, the ending of a life on one end, and that is just life, isn't it? Like, God Almighty, that's the end of that. Not going in that anymore. Won't carry on. Big salute to you, my friend. Man, you. For tuning in to here right now, man. I can't imagine. You definitely help out, bro.
Yeah.
I want it all
I mean, you're an outlet, Joe, so he comes to you, get his mind off of stuff. So, you know,
Yeah.
you do a lot. That's good that people turn to at times.
Everybody has their way of dealing with things, and sometimes you just keep doing what you normally do.
Sounds like someone woke up.
Yeah. Sometimes you just keep the norm up as much as you can too.
Absolutely, and we're going to carry on. I'm gonna share some comments on here real quick, and we're going to carry on. Cammy says that's horrible. Hate to hear that. And Vega says that's awful. It is. I've got no other words. I've got words for everything, and I guess I could go on if I really had to on about it.
Sometimes it's better to not have words. Sometimes it's kind of like,
you know what, man? We are gonna carry on. That is what my man is here for. So, with that in mind, does Billy D have anything for us, man? What does Billy D have for us today?
Yeah, we do. I mean, I almost feel bad about because it's all about the humor with Billy D.
Yeah, well,
I'll leave it up to you. We can.
That is absolutely what we do, and we
okay.
With that, we're gonna carry on. That is
okay. Well, we will bring in Billy D, and I'm glad Tom is here because we do have some special hate for Tom this week.
Excellent.
Oh, special Tom.
I know you've been missing it, Tom. You've been missing the hate. You want a little bit of hate.
Yeah.
I need to rejuvenate my hate. I'm losing too much.
Something's been missing. Yeah, you're just like, hey, I need something. I need that hate. Yeah, bring the hate.
Exactly.
Yeah. So before we get to the special hate for Teen Wolf, since it is a special night for Tom, we are going to break out a special beverage.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
yeah.
800? No.
Nah. So I've had all the bulls of the bull family so far on the malt liquor report, except one. We've had the original blue bull.
Yeah.
We've had the red bull.
Mm-hmm.
You paying attention, Rod? I know this is right up your alley.
That's high school memories, my friend. That's high school memories.
Schlitz Bull Ice.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then here we have the 24-ounce can of Schlitz Bull Ice. There's one member of the family missing. Can anyone guess what it is?
Boy, I'm a little all out of.
Isn't there like a gold bull?
There you go. See, you thought I was kidding when I said this was right up.
Oh yeah.
High gravity bull.
Yeah, that looks nice.
You can't take. I can't get the street out of me. No matter how
God, a high gravity bull.
I remember the first time I had a high gravity. Oh my goodness.
Is that 8%?
This is officially now known as Schlitz High Gravity. It used to be known as Schlitz VSL. It actually said VSL on the can, which stood for Very Smooth Lager. And the unofficial name of it is Gold Bull. That's the nickname for it. So once again, I got this in my trade that I did. I can't name who did it, but I can.
Wouldn't take much to put the pieces together there.
Yeah. So we're going to give this a shot. Now, the Schlitz Bull Ice is 8.2%. This is 8.5%. And I've read varying things about this. So we're going to see.
Notice he's not saying what things he's read. He's saving that.
Yeah. We'll see if they change the name away from Very Smooth Lager for Vega, whose opinion I do trust.
Don't let him get in your head.
He's negative psychology. Yeah, he's reverse psychology. That's what he's doing.
No, I have heard it called that, but I've also heard some people say it's one of the better ones. So I'll be the judge of that. So far, the Bull Ice is the best one.
Oh, here we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at. Oh, yeah.
What a trooper.
I think Vega's right.
Yeah.
Give me more fool's gold.
Yeah. Fool's gold.
But I will. This can will be a proud addition to my malt liquor collection.
Yeah.
The can is worth collecting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a pretty cool can. I like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good looking can.
Yeah.
That
And,
unfortunately doesn't reflect what's inside the can.
And only available in small pockets of the country. So
Okay.
I should feel honored to be drinking this.
Good. But do you? Is the thing.
Like I said, I should feel honored.
Yeah. It's a shame that they put that kind of fluid inside such a nice can.
Yeah.
You know.
So
We ruined it.
You spend more money on the can than the beer.
Yeah.
That is a waste of aluminum.
The
right
can
there.
costs more than the stuff inside, probably. Yeah.
So, since Vega's here and since Tom is the star of the show tonight, let's get to
Oh shit.
the hate from Vega. There's the link, Joe, and just go to 155.
Vegas says told you. By the way.
Crack it open, Teddy.
Yeah. Crack it open there.
155.
155. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up and then
Should I put my headgear on?
I'll share. Yeah, I would put. Yeah, just in case. Man, you don't want to disturb the little one there. Let me share the screen here real quick.
Oh, it's got a message from Ken.
Yeah, I've got it too.
Yeah. Read
Hey, I love you too,
Greg's
man.
message, Joe.
Huh?
Whoever. Somebody want to read Craig's message?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Yeah,
Go
for
ahead,
it.
Tom. Go ahead.
I didn't get
He
it.
said, thank you guys. Really appreciate all you. Keep going with no awkwardness. Love you all. And congratulations, Tom. Thanks, man. I love you too, man.
Awesome.
That is big, man.
Yeah.
Good people.
Yeah. We're gonna carry on. We're carrying on, man. That is absolutely the distraction. Is what 155, right?
155.
Not as bad as an IPA.
The mask looks creative on here.
Yeah.
What do we think about the mask here? Is what I'm
I
talking.
like
He
it.
looks like Magilla Gorilla or something. I don't know.
That's he's got the beard. You could almost think it's part of the mask. Like
Yeah.
or something.
Honestly, right? Yeah.
That's some
And
good
what
coordination.
do we think about that crimson tide thing happening in the back?
Yeah, the dilapidated Nissan.
John
That is the
John
look at the back.
Witherspoon would be proud.
I mean, now we've got a coach that isn't even going to be in the game tomorrow or today.
No,
What-
he is. He is going to be in the
No,
game.
he's there. He's there.
Yeah.
Was he there? He was there.
He's
Nick?
gonna be there, apparently. Yeah.
Night, Alabama.
Yep.
Basically,
Alabama,
he's
Georgia.
there.
Yeah.
Is it happening right now?
It's
for
hot
today.
day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Holy crap.
complete disrespect. What is up with the disrespect?
Popping bottles like
Solid burp, just no charge on that.
I'd like to give a congratulatory shout out
Oh,
to Teen Wolf Tom
oh,
on the birth of his first child. Good for you, buddy.
oh, we got a thumb up and everything.
Now, a lot of you may ask, Vega, why would you shout out that hairy craft beer cunt? Well, it's very simple, folks. You see, Teen Wolf Tom is indeed a craft beer cunt, but he's a craft beer cunt
No charge.
that can afford to raise his own child.
Oh,
Don't none of you motherfuckers on the V-Bar ever have children.
Jesus.
Malt liquor.
I didn't know he shut out the V-Bar too. I know the V-Bar crew.
That can afford to raise his own child. Don't none of you motherfuckers on the V-Bar ever have children. Malt liquor.
that was
That's
solid.
awesome.
What do you-
So just go forward to 3:30, Joe.
Anything to say about that, Tom, before we move forward?
I mean, thanks, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
In a twisted kind of way. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. 350 what?
330.
Oh, 330. That's funny, man.
Yeah, it is.
No charge.
Oh.
Up yours, Joe D.
Oh,
I've made it one of the items on my bucket list.
am I on a bucket list now? We got to start that over. No charge.
Up yours, Joe D.
I haven't had an up yours Joe D from Vega in a long time, actually. It's been quite a while.
I've made it one of the items on my bucket list to find a 6-pack or a 4-pack or whatever pack that bullshit comes in.
Yeah.
Of Syntax.
Oh,
And
man.
dump that shit down the toilet.
Oh.
Live on YouTube. Malt liquor.
And it just so happens I happen to have one of these old taxes that he talks about, and I'm going to have it for the first time ever today.
Oh, man.
First time ever today, kids. You've never seen me have this beer today.
Today.
I've never had this beer today. It just hasn't happened. But it will be documented today for the first time on this show. Crazy. Wild. It is. Well, thank you, Vega, for at least purchasing some good quality craft beer.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't yet. He said he's on. It's his mission to find something.
All I can say is if he does that, that'll be the best thing his toilet's gotten in a while.
Should I go forward there, Bo?
Yeah, that's it. And I just realized I've been keeping this out of frame the whole time, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't say malt liquor on the can. So
yeah,
doesn't matter anyway.
It doesn't matter anymore.
There's a few more other little things we could cover. I will say that the chairman's newest sauce review today, he had a very high ranking. When Sweet Baby Ray's Sweet and Spicy, it's now tied for first place with Stubbs and Rufus Teague. I believe he gave it 8.9 Fat Reggie McNugget heads.
His binder's starting to fill up. I mean, he's starting to get some stuff in his binder.
I wonder how did he get the 0.9?
I don't know. That's we would have to get into the mind of the chairman to know that.
Oh boy.
So try as you may, Joe.
A lot of airtime in that.
Don't know if we want to go there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nothing spectacular. I will say he does squeeze it on one nugget at a time, like he.
Whoa! Whoa!
Jeez.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, he's squeezing it on one nugget at a time. That's
So
very good. Jesus, that's like a little pinch, actually, right?
Now we do have something here from 40-ounce Mad Molar.
Oh,
he posted a video 2 hours ago, and it's not very long. And he even let us know in the chat earlier that he posted some quick content. And I haven't watched the video, and I must say the thumbnail is intriguing. So I would say play it, but play it at your own risk. But before we get to that,
okay,
I have to ask: does anyone, or do you remember, Coach? Now, Coach, I know you have openly admitted to having had relations with various members of the MLDC's family members.
Yeah, of course I do. I've gotten several STDs from multiple of those women, but yeah, what's your question?
Do you recall specifically mentioning having had relations with any maybe sibling of 40-ounce Mad Molar? Did you say that on any show? I can't recall it.
Yeah. So what had happened was I was over at his sister's house.
Let me cut you off, Coach, before you answer too much.
Well, this is a true story, but yeah.
Because Moeller posted a video which has since been deleted that was kind of, and I'm not joking, it was a serious video, although now I'm starting to wonder.
Well, let me tell you, 20 seconds. Her knees had marks on them from what she was doing. My knees had marks on them from hitting the gravel because I had to jump out the window at the last minute.
Things may have just gotten worse.
That's a true story. We'll leave it there.
Things may have just gotten a lot worse.
I remember that.
I'll explain off air.
Oh, no, yeah, I already know. I remember.
I probably shouldn't have even asked the question.
Yeah, we have breaking news here. Breaking news, exactly.
So I'm going to post this link from 40-ounce Mad Molar. And there you go. And we'll all watch this together. He's got Shady Malt Shadows and Teddy Ruxpin in the thumbnail. And I forget who else here because I haven't looked at it for a few minutes. So, and the P. Glen. He's got the P. Glen in the thumbnail also. So this is going to be interesting.
Here, and we in the malt liquor drinking community have noticed a troubling trend on the Share a Beer show. The dictator, Joe D, has decided to fill the show up with his black crony friends. Is the next person to go. Therefore, we propose the first malt liquor craft beer draft trade. We're willing to trade the Pear Glen and Shady Malt Shadows for bum. We'll sweeten up the trade and throw in Malt Liquor Marauder. Here, and we in the malt liquor drinking community have noticed a troubling trend on the Share a Beer show. The dictator, Joe D, has decided to fill the show up with his black crony friends.
That's you, Rod.
Therefore, we propose the first malt liquor craft beer draft trade. We're willing to trade the Pear Glen and Shady Malt Shadows for bum. Will you sweeten up the trade? Malt Liquor Marauder.
And that is why Teddy Ruxpin and Shady Malt Shadows and the P. Glen are in the thumbnail.
Oh, okay. So, Coach, what do you say? What's your?
Well, we don't negotiate with terrorists, and second of all, people that wear sweaters like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Rogers. We don't negotiate.
He might have been a Cosby Show fan. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's a Huxtable sweater. You're right. God damn, dude. This is crazy. And dictator Kim Jong-jo, man.
What do we? Should we go one by one down? There was kind of a lot in that little 30-second clip. Mark said, should we even entertain having a draft? What do you say, Mark or Rajay? Should we have a draft?
I say from the famous movie Ghostbusters, don't cross the streams. That's there you go. Right? Don't want to do that.
Yeah. What do you say, Rajay? Should there be a beer? What do we even call it? Is it a beer
crafted from the malt? I mean, who would be worth picking up? I mean, that's like back in school when you were in 8th grade, 9th grade, and you were picking up your teams and 1-for-1, and then it's like, okay, and we'll take them, and you get these two. No, we don't need those two. You keep them on your team. Yeah. We're good. There's nothing to be made here. It's at the end of the line. There's no one to trade for in the 40 crew.
What do you think about this, Andrew? Having a beer, is this a beer guy draft? What is this? Some kind of beer guy draft from different. Now, in order to have a draft, doesn't there have to be an overall commish over the whole thing? Who would be this commish?
I don't know who the commish would be, and I don't even like the thought of it.
Yeah, and trading people. Should we trade you? Can you imagine being traded?
There you go.
Ain't happening. I have my standards, and they're not exactly at the level of malt liquor.
Yeah. How would that go? Tom? What could you possibly?
Oh man,
trading Andrew for I don't know. Pete
it just seems like they're trying to give us their garbage for a first round draft pick. You know what I mean?
Oh,
we have to have multiple rounds in this thing. Like
this is crazy. They want to give us 3 6-round draft picks for a first round.
I mean,
it seems like they're trying to give us their garbage. You know what I mean?
It'd have to be like a Herschel Walker thing or something. I mean,
Yeah.
Rod J. I was just thinking that because literally that year that Dallas won the Super Bowl, they should have sent the Vikings a thank you card.
They should have, right?
Because the Dallas got the 6 or 8 picks that the Vikings wanted, and they traded those 8 for Herschel.
Yeah,
and that was the year they won. And I don't follow sports, but I'm more like a fly on the wall kind of guy. It's like, oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, okay, we'll remember this little fact later.
Zach's comment is that having a draft would be like the NFL craft beer trading with the CFL malt liquor.
Not even a CFL. We're talking XFL.
Yeah.
No, Jesus.
They don't want Pear Glen. Nobody does.
Yeah, and in response to that, I've been thinking about this.
How about Dorf?
The more I think about it, the more sense it makes. From a logical standpoint, I'm a CBC who obviously dabbles in this delicious stuff. The Shady Malt Shadows, who only makes malt liquor videos now, and he'll even own up to this. He formerly was a CBC who now makes exclusive malt liquor videos. His old channel was Shady Shadows. He deleted all his videos. He admits he was a CBC. His current channel is Shady Malt Shadows. So that would be an even trade. And I could, you know how it is when you do an even trade, you throw in somebody, as an extra. So the P Glen would be a MLDC member to be named later.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, I have a question. My 18-year-old, I told him not to sign papers to go in the military. Don't sign that contract. Don't do it. And he did it. Did you sign that contract?
I signed no contract.
Okay. Oof, damn you.
Yeah. I don't know how to write, Coach, so I can't sign a contract.
Let me tell you something. I told my kid, don't sign the contract. And he came home. He's like, I signed the contract.
Does an X count as a signature? If so, I've signed several contracts.
No. Just as long as it doesn't say bum the man, and you're good.
Nothing to worry about here because Mark can vouch. We pay our members of
significant,
very significant amount of zeros on here, and there's, I don't know that malt liquor could even compare to the amount of zeros that we put on that check.
Shady Malt Shadows would be a good trade for me. You're not losing a left-handed. You would still have your left-handed person, and you would still have somebody with glasses and pale skin.
Yeah, but the Billy D.
Yeah, and no binders.
Yeah.
No binders. We would lose the binders.
Shady Malt Shadows.
We lose the binders. We lose the binder background.
And Mark, I'm surprised you're not more upset. They're trying to take away our bum. I mean, you're not upset about this?
Yeah.
You'd have to go ski mat shopping, and
I mean, God.
And imagine if Zach got traded. He has to change all his taps out to piss and shit. I mean, who wants that?
Yeah, this is
too much work.
I think there's something wrong with the MLDC, right? I mean, yes, you're supposed to take somebody in the 6th round and work them up a little bit, get them better. There's no leadership in MLDC, right? There's no leadership. They need a little bit of help over there. All right, there's leadership over here. We got Joe and Bum, all right, and Mark. Leadership.
Yeah. I don't.
You have a dictatorship. I mean,
Right, yeah. It's documented as me as a dictator. That's for sure. And now I'm starting to see the Georgia-Alabama game live link over here, and I am not going to click on it.
Open up
because this show will be banned. We've been through that a few times.
Yeah.
You haven't been banned.
Craven will personally come over and ban the show. Yeah.
Until your show gets blocked by the IOC for curling, you haven't been banned. I just blocked because we opened up curling one time in the episode.
Oh, really? You got blocked for curling?
Blocked by the IOC.
No, we've got a show right now that only Craig could watch from the UK because it's banned in the United States.
Yep.
Wow.
For me, show 30 seconds. I had it muted. I just showed the video of the fight and the knockout, and that was it. And that show's banned in America.
That sucks.
The algorithm's crazy.
Yeah, you have to have an IP outside of the United States, and then you can watch it.
Yeah, you can use a VPN.
That makes sense because the UK is notorious for ripping off shit with First Row Sports. Notorious. They don't even know what pay-per-view is. They get First Row Sports shows everything over there.
Yeah.
So what else does Philly D have for us there, Bum?
That is it. The Gold Bull is finished, and the Malt Liquor Report is finished for this week.
So what's the final verdict on the Gold Bull? Is it Bull?
Vega was right. Yeah, it's from what I can recall, it's probably the worst of them. The Bull Light, which was slightly less in ABV, tasted way better, way smoother. So maybe that's why they changed the name of it from VSL, because it was definitely not very smooth lager.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that doesn't sound.
It's just high gravity. But you know what? This is, and I'm 100% serious. Just the fact that I have this can now and was able to drink this beer, this is like such a cool thing. Thank you to the person who sent me this illegally.
Well, thank you, Billy D. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Billy.
Oh, yeah. Once again, another fine Malt Liquor Report.
Gold Bull, baby.
Your collection is complete now.
Collection is now.
You got it bookended by 224s, 340s in the middle.
My collection's complete as far as having tried them all, but as far as in all their forms, it's not complete. Now, the Gold Bull is complete because this is the only one that does not come in a 40. This is the only vessel it comes in, a 24-ounce can.
Okay.
That is interesting.
All the other ones come in 40s and 24-ounce cans, and the Blue Bull comes in 16-ounce cans. And I have one in my fridge, which that's another story for another day. So that's enough for tonight.
See, that just shows they don't trust their drinkers. They because they're not putting the Gold Bull in a 40.
Yeah,
they don't trust their drinkers.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust them either. You see these people.
But, I mean, as a drinker of that stuff, wouldn't you be offended if they don't trust you enough to put it in a 40?
Yeah.
I mean, really, you can get a 40s of everything else, but how come not the gold?
Yeah. And in glass too, right?
Go for the gold or go home, baby. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, they would never. You hardly ever see malt liquor in a glass. It's usually in something covered with a paper bag.
Yeah, the paper bag.
I was just thinking that, Joe.
Yeah, it's usually in something covered with it. It ain't one of these nice. Look at that nice double hoppy right now. Yeah. Baby. Oh yeah. Look at all that citrusy goodness coming in. That's Oh yeah, I got to do the beer selfie on this one. This is another fine craft beer from my dear friends here in Tombstone, Arizona. This is their all the hops double IPA. Oh yeah, right there.
Now that was the first time. No, obviously the first time you went there because they just opened up this week. But was it crowded? Was there a good crowd there?
I had to actually. There was a long table, and I asked the people that were sitting at it if we could sit at the other side of the table.
Okay,
that was all the space there was.
Okay, wow.
There was no, with everyone properly distanced.
Yeah.
There was no other space. And this is, oh my God, the citrus notes, the fruitiness coming off of this is insane. The nose this is right on up there with some of the nice IPAs that we've gotten from Tom's country over there, man.
I actually got one with me right now. I had to treat myself too.
Oh, you know what? Okay. Perfect segue to that, Tom. What was the beer that you had when you finally got home, settled in, and you're like, what was the beer that you celebrated with?
I'm just finishing it. It was Escape Plan. It's a sour.
How ironic!
I know, ironic. Yeah,
that is so hilarious.
It's really good though.
Say that again. What was that?
That's so great.
It's called Escape Plan.
No, remember that. And then when she has a fiance or something, you can embarrass her completely with pictures and videos.
It's really good, I promise. It's a sour ale with orange, mango, lime, coconut, passion fruit, pineapple, almond, vanilla, and milk sugars.
Ooh,
absolutely delicious.
It's like
a fruit juice. It's actually a collaboration with Cellarmaker.
Okay.
So it's good stuff.
I love you, honey, but this is the first beer I drank when we got home with you.
and then I had to get myself a bottle.
Oh, there you go. Barrel proof.
Barrel proof.
That's good stuff.
520. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Did you have a cigar?
I've never really got into cigars. I've only put things into cigars, if you know what I'm saying.
Did you have a cigar?
Right, exactly.
You can make a cigar. Yeah,
exactly.
Cigar, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Tom, you know how I am. So just to be blunt, did you have a cigar?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Joe, I saw what you did there. I saw what you did there.
Jesus.
What a way to roll up with that.
And now, that is some of the
no, he's just blowing smoke. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
good one, Mark.
Yeah. Exactly. That is some of the wit that we have in the craft beer community that we could never trade for.
That's right.
Exactly.
You just can't trade for.
The MLDC lacks a sense of humor.
We're dealing with all first round players here.
Yeah.
And you're still dealing with, fifth, sixth round.
We got a team of superstars here.
No.
This is first round draft picks, and you're dealing with a bunch of walk-ons. Give me a break. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just ain't happening.
Hey Joe, if you were going to be a basketball player, If you were going to be a basketball player, what basketball player would you be? Out of everybody, if you were ever a basketball,
Will Chamberlain.
Yeah. There you go. There's no other answer.
We're off the court, right, Coach?
Yeah.
For on and off the court. Yeah.
He had some Nike pumps. That was
Yeah.
Or Reebok, whatever they were.
Baby, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Yeah. Wilt on and off the court.
He let others ride the pine.
100 points per game.
Yeah.
100 women a month.
Yeah. It is Wilt.
How do you even do that? 10,000? Come on. Come on.
Is that a real number?
We haven't lived their
That's
life.
the number he said, but you got to think someone might have been group set. It might have been an elbow touch or something. I mean, I don't know if he was.
Yeah, I mean, does that count? I don't know.
Okay, here's the point. Okay, now if you were to, use a shovel 1,000 times, you're gonna have some pretty serious calluses. I'm just saying.
You got to hand it to him.
Oh! Jesus, you're on fire, Mark.
Yeah, when you do something a lot, you're gonna have some calluses, man. There's friction and there's So hey, to that, it's a nice segue into the show title here. Hey, do you guys know how to bet? I hear, we're all into all these sports, and we hear odds, and we hear teasing this down and teasing this up and parlaying this. And it's like a different effing language. I have no idea what's happening here. Any of you guys place bets? Do you bet? Are you a better? Coach, what's your verdict?
Well, you guys know I've been to Vegas quite a bit lately. I can play blackjack. Obviously, you can throw money in a freaking slot machine. But when it comes to these things we were talking about earlier, like parlaying, I don't know what that means. Joe, you brought up a good point, teasing. I don't know what that means. I should know. I hear it all the time. But to answer your question, no, I don't know how to gamble properly like that.
Yeah, what do you say, Bum?
Couple of weeks ago at work, the number 878 kept coming up for reasons that I won't get into. And what's the first thing most people do when they hear a 3-digit number over and over and over? They say, I'm going to play that number tonight.
The daily number.
Yeah. I never say that, but I heard that number so much that day that I said, you know what? Even me, I am going to have to play that number tonight. And I had to go to somebody and I said, so how do you go and play a daily number at the convenience store? How do I do that? Do I just walk in and say, I'd like to play 878 as a daily number? I actually had to ask. That's how little I did. I hand over $2 a month to one of my coworkers for our monthly Powerball. That is the extent of my gambling. I've never been to a casino. I don't gamble. I have no interest in gambling. My personal opinion, it's like smoking cigarettes. It's just like throwing your money away. And the money wasted on those things, just flush down the toilet that you could be spending on something worthwhile, like beer.
Craft beer.
Rajay, what do you think, man? You got any tips you could give us?
Let's see. Grew up in New Jersey, been to Vegas many a time. Yeah, I might know a little bit about gambling. Depending on what you're looking at, I can tell you the 3 best games if you're ever in a casino to play. If you're not playing poker or blackjack, craps, or baccarat. Craps has a lot of stuff going on, but actually once you know the fundamentals, it's easy to actually get it down. Blackjack, you can kind of pick up things at a table if the table's playing everything right. Technically, you're not supposed to count cards, but you can get a little bit of counting going in your head if you're quick enough to do it, that you can actually come out ahead there as well. But yeah, I've done that. I've done stuff online before on the over-under, knowing the lines, how much you're getting if a team covers the spread or not cover the spread. So I've done a little bit of betting over the years. I don't bet as much now, but yeah, I've done stuff.
But you understand the language when they're talking.
Yeah, I understand language for the most part. But I'm in Kentucky now, so we got racetracks and all that kind of stuff. So you
Yeah.
But the whole parlay thing, you have to have like a certain number of games to hit. You go to the track, they got the trifectas and all that kind of stuff. You have to have stuff done in the right way for you to pay off, which are huge wins if you get them. So
what's teasing?
I don't know what the teasing. I think the teasing is like some type of initial thing you have to hit to make another bet go or something. But I haven't really got into it. Prop bets are sometimes fun to mess around with too. You'll see those, especially around the Super Bowl.
So
like what we'll call it Gatorade stuff, right?
Yeah, like who will throw the first interception? Who will get a sack? There's different types of prop bets they'll have. But there's silly ones out there too. There'll probably be some silly stuff this year with the COVID. There'll probably be some COVID type prop bets or something.
Yeah.
So what do you do, Andrew? Do you know how you gamble? Do you know about gambling?
Been to casino twice. Just played the One Arm Bandit. Not much of a card player except for here at home. And I know there is a documentary on an MIT class of mathematicians. They actually went and broke Vegas. They hit
they made
several.
a movie on it.
Yeah, they hit several casinos in a week, and all these casinos lost. I think it was several $1 million, and these casinos found out who these individuals were and where they were from, and they're like, "You're banned here for the rest of your life. Don't come back."
Oh yeah, sure. You can learn to count cards in blackjack, and as soon as they know that you have learned how to fool them, you're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
You're not doing anything illegal. You're just figuring them out.
Yeah.
And as soon as they know you're figuring them out, you're banned for life.
Which is kind of bullshit if you think about that.
That's why I don't gamble, and that's why I would never go to Vegas. Their goal is
put the money into the casinos. Guys from Jersey are like, "Hey, we want you out of here. You got the front door. You got
had a friend of the family years ago. He went to Vegas with his parents one time, and he went in, played the One Arm Bandit, won $600. He's like, "I'm done."
Yeah,
and that's the only way you can gamble and come out ahead.
Yep,
do that. Gamble, win, and quit forever.
You know how to gamble? You know how to play sports bets and all that?
Me? Sports bet? No. Like I said, I've spent like 5 or 6 hours in a sports book, and most of that was just drinking beer, watching games. But I've been to Vegas 4 or 5 times, and I play normally would be blackjack and craps, like you were saying, Rod. You can do a few basic things in craps and have some chance of at least staying above water. And blackjack, you don't necessarily have to know how to count cards if you just kind of know generally when to double down and when to fold, that type of thing. You can, you're not going to get rich, but I've played for days and days on $100 and been plus or minus $10 or $15.
You know what?
I mean, just like $5 tables. I mean, nothing big.
So what you're saying, Mark, is you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. That would make a great song.
It would.
Excellent.
One of these days, someone's got to make that song. Yeah. What do you say,
Kenny?
You know how to place a bet. You know about betting, huh?
I mean, I've played poker before when Poker Stars and Full Tilt before they got banned. I know New Jersey is like the only state that lets you do online poker, I believe. But yeah, I used to play that. I've done some FanDuel and stuff, like $20 at a time. But I'm not really good at it, to be honest. Like tournaments wise and everything, you got all these people that. The problem with these FanDuels and everything, it's the people that pay for the subscriptions and everything. Those are the people that get inside looks on everything. Yep. If you're just a random person coming in, you're not really getting injury reports. You're not getting all the stuff. You have a player in there that has an injury, and oh shoot, why am I not getting any points? It's because he's not in there. Yep. That's about it. I mean, I've been to Foxwoods a couple times, and played some like Baccarat and Blackjack, but. That's about it. I agree with Rod J though. Baccarat and craps. Those are your two goes because at least Baccarat and craps. Baccarat's 50-50, and you can kind of make craps at the same. If you know what you're doing.
If you know the
well, Joe, there's a lot of casinos around you, man. I've been to like 2 or 3 of them, and they're big, and they're and they're still under construction, but they're just operating. I mean, it's crazy.
No, there's absolutely massive casinos here. You know, the thing of it is, and it doesn't really happen until football hits, right? With all the other sports, golf, NASCAR, baseball, basketball, you just don't hear it as much. You hear a little rumbling, but not as much as football. You know, you hear, oh yeah, so and so is a 3.5 point favorite. And I'm gonna tease that up. I'm gonna tease that down. I'm gonna, this or that. I'm gonna parlay with this and that, and I'm like, what in the hell are they saying?
Yeah.
I've had it explained to me in my life a few dozen times, and I still don't know what the hell it to me, it's like a whole different language, That's for sure. It's interesting though. You know what I'm saying? I love football, and I love the Rams. Of course, you see the thing behind me every damn day. Yeah. And hey, Tom, we'll see you, man. Peace out.
See you,
Tom. The Rams are favorite. Oh, there he is. He's back. So, it's just a curiosity to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that I love sports, and it's just and now that gambling is legal with sports in America, it's just something we hear about all the time now. And so I'm like, well, I don't know how to even bet. I'm a 22-year-old man that has a lot of anniversaries behind that, but I still don't know how to bet.
Well, you mentioned football. You mentioned the line. So like you said, 3.5. So if you're in football, you always get 3 points for the home favorite usually.
I figured that much out.
So when you see someone, they're a home team and it's a 1 point favorite, they're definitely the underdog as the home team, and kind of grows out. But they try to separate the lines enough so that no one gets holding the bag too much for the people that are taking the bets, right? So they're trying to, the more they get on one side, they have to start giving more points to the other team, so people will start to bet the other side to try to even it out. So,
okay, and the half point thing is sometimes what I can't quite figure out. The line will move just a half point, and boy, it's
that separation there, yeah, because it makes a difference. I mean, and if you ever watch Sports Center, Scott Van Pelt, I think it's Scott Van Pelt that does like the bets he gets busted on and stuff and like that. Like he'll have a thing, and I forgot what the segment's called. I think it's beats or something, and people will beat these lines by like point. Like they're going in, there's a 17-point favorite. It's like a minute left, and the team is up by like 18, and all of a sudden they give up a touchdown. And it's just like in there. Yeah. So they all matter on the points. And like sometimes like college, you'll see like 40-point favorite, 50-point favorite. And you're like, that almost looks too good to be true. And a lot of times it is, because the team will still cover. It'll be like Alabama against Winthrop or somebody, But sometimes it's like, you know what? Why not throw a few bucks on it? Because as they start pulling their starters on a blowout and they score once or twice, you got a chance to actually be within that point spread. So
yeah. I listened to Tony Kornheiser's podcast. I've listened to Tony Kornheiser for a long time already, years and years and years. And with him being in Washington, he has, of course, he's big time into sports. Of course, you watch PTI, you see Kornheiser all the time. But on his podcast, he has, and on his previous radio show, he has these Washington guys on there, and they talk about they like to bet on sports, and it's kind of cool to hear these big time political guys that come on his podcast now, and they talk about their sports bets, and it's pretty damn good at it. You know what I'm saying? And they betting big money. You know what I'm saying? And so they better be good at it, and it's kind of fun because it's literally every week, and they talk about their sports bets, and then he has actual professionals on there. It's literally how they make their living is sports bets, and some of their perspectives on the game are so different, and how often they're right because of that perspective of betting is interesting to me. it's different than just a fan. When you're putting money on it, you have a different perspective. That same game, it's a trip.
Yeah.
Well, that's like fantasy football.
Yeah.
Fantasy huge for funds, but like Tom mentioned, it's like when we first started doing fantasy back in the late 90s, we used to call professional stadiums, and we will be calling on players and say we were with the local media outlet. And we need to know if so and so was playing. And they would tell us, oh yeah, Elway's playing, but Terrell Davis is questionable. Before the report came out, we would find out this information. So,
is that true?
Yeah, we would call stadiums. We would find out because you just say you were media relations from your local newspaper. We're trying to get some stuff in early. We want to check, see what's going on. If we can get a quick snippet to find out, and they would say, "Oh yeah, this is going to probably be good. This is actually questionable." Blah blah blah. And
that's brilliant. I never even thought about that. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Belichick was always good at that. Like he'll put like a bunch of players on questionable.
Yeah,
I think he probably puts the most players on questionable.
I mean, even a regular president.
Yeah. He's really good.
But why would you do that? Just to throw it off, or just to mix it up, or like what was the point of that?
Well, for like the teams, like for them, like how can I say this? Like they're getting ready to play you, so they don't know if you're going to play, so they're working around. You know what I mean? They don't know what plays they're going to play. Not, you know what I mean? The whole 9 yards.
Damn, that's brilliant. I never even thought about that. That's really brilliant. Amazing.
Yeah.
And there was like an NFL, they kind of got on Belichick about it because the rules, they have to load by a certain deadline, who's in it, who's out, to make it fair or so. But yeah, like by a certain time, I think on Saturday or something.
So what's another question I had that is also sports related is, okay, we've got hockey wrapped up. Okay, now we've got the NBA wrapped up. I'm a Lakers fan. They won the championship, and I still don't feel like I'm super excited about it. You got the NFL now well into week 6 now, and I'm kind of wondering how other people feel. I'm really underwhelmed with the sports right now. Like the Dodgers, of course. I'm an LA guy. I love all my LA teams. So Dodgers are kind of in it right now, right? But we're still playing ball at least. I'm a little more into baseball, I have to admit, than I was basketball. But how do you feel about the sports that are going on right now? I'm really curious. Football is really it for us here in America. It's what's most popular.
Zach just gave his opinion in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Tell us how you really feel.
Don't hold back, though, Zach. I think you're going soft on the Dodgers right now. Don't hold back.
Yeah.
Well, the baseball thing's actually kind of funny because the Dodgers should be done right. The Braves should have put them out already.
Yep.
And then the Rays, is it the Rays and the Astros that are in it? So the Rays should have put the Astros out, and now they're going to a game 7, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, dude, if they come back and they win that series, and they'd be like, we didn't even need your damn signs, and we still beat your ass. After all the stuff they took from last year, it's kind of like a little bit of a storyline in there. It's like, and then the Dodgers, as they come back against the Braves, it'll be like the Braves choke again. So it's kind of an interesting storyline.
Well, the Braves got to follow along with the rest of the teams here in Atlanta, like the Falcons. They just got to lose.
Oh man, your Falcons, man, you got. Oh man,
they're like COVID. They're like, all right, shut all the doors. We're done. We're closed.
That's right. Yeah. See you next year.
Right now, the Falcons are the poster child of a team that just rolls over.
Yeah.
Just get. Okay, so if the Braves and the Braves did have that reputation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
for 20 years.
If the Braves do somehow lose this series to the Dodgers,
it's gonna be that's right. That's gonna fall right in line. That's gonna be completely normal.
The Braves will just be the poster child. Period. And Atlanta will just hold it. I mean, the whole city of Atlanta sports will just hold it.
Yeah, I'm still a homer for Pittsburgh, so whatever happens here happens.
Right? Yeah, Mark will just be like Pittsburgh. Yeah, it is crazy though. What happens to a city? Take Cincinnati. take, you know,
I'm in Cincinnati, so what do you want to know?
I don't know this man on the street, bro.
There's depression after every season up here. So
just psychologists,
isn't it? Like, what happens to a city, right? You know, some people, you know, Pittsburgh has a great record right now, the Steelers, but they're questioning, well, Pittsburgh, who have they beat? Who have they really beat?
I can tell you, Cincinnati, what happened in the city, we just made more breweries instead of Flex Sports. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. That's how you deal with it.
Sports and you got beer.
I'm just curious, who, you know, what is, Tom, I know you've been going through a lot, and maybe you had a lot of time to spend on sports, or maybe you have spent a lot of time on sports because you've been sitting in a hospital room and so you're just trying to get your mind off of something. What do you think about the sports this year? What's you know, what are your feelings about it?
I personally thought basketball was pretty good, but then when I watched the championship, it didn't seem, when they won, it didn't have, there wasn't the atmosphere for it. Usually the fans are there, they're screaming and yelling. I didn't personally like it. But football, I think football should go over they should adapt to Disney. I think at some point, there's going to be so many people getting COVID that they're going to have to do something at some point. Right?
Yeah.
If they get a longer line, they're at week 6, so maybe they go to week 10 and week 12. They're able to play the rest of the season. Maybe they're a couple games and then playoffs. And once it's not in as many teams, they can, you know what I mean, play there. But that's just me. I don't think it's going to last the whole season the way it is. My personal opinion.
Vegas says LeBron left Cleveland because none of his teammates coached his mother.
Oh my God! You ever heard the story of Delonte West? Oh my goodness!
And then next thing you know, Delonte West is homeless, like asking for money around Texas, and Mark Cuban.
Yeah, Mark Cuban picked him up and tried. Yeah.
But he hooked up, I guess, with LeBron's mom or something. And
really?
Yeah, LeBron was
Cleveland. Yeah. Well, you know,
that's one of the reasons he left.
Wow. Hey, LeBron, call me daddy. What? You are out of you're not out of here. You're out of the NBA. You're homeless now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not a younger teammate, right? Not if I'm with your mama, right?
JR was like, "Don't do it, Monte. Don't do it. Don't you do it."
Wow. I didn't hear that. So, hey, if I'm with your mama, though, you're going to take care of your mama. Mama taking care of me, man.
That's right.
My sugar mama.
Yeah.
He's getting into LeBron's money through his mama. Yeah.
He's sitting there guarding LeBron like, "Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?"
Your mama got her mouth full right now, man. I'm just saying.
God damn, dude.
Hey, did you call your mama? She can't talk right now. She got a mouthful. I'm just saying.
What's that like? What remember that movie? What is it? Basketball, when they talk shit. It's like a baseball and basketball. They talk shit the whole time. I love that shit.
I'm screwed. This is secretly like LeBron's favorite show that he just watches, like his little, you know, and all of a sudden I'm doing all this your mama talk, and you know, I'm screwed. My Disney contract is just canceled right now. You know. You know, he had a contract all laid out for me. You know what I'm saying? That bye. You know. Yeah. No, I was kind of curious, man, on what everyone, because I love the NFL, man. I love football, and I like the thought that they're trying to bring fans into the stands, but at the same time, it's getting real again, kids. I mean, as much as stuff is starting to open up in our areas again, you're starting to hear about people, at least I am. I'm hearing about people back on respirators again, man.
Yeah,
like that kind of serious. And that is frightening, man.
Yeah. Well, you saw, not to get into the political realm, but Chris Christie, he was fighting it, and he picked it up. Yep. And he got off. He was in ICU for a week, and he came back, and he's like, I should have worn a mask. I should have worn a mask.
At least he was honest. At least he was honest.
Stuff out, but it's like, the coach of Florida, he was like, "Oh, we want people back in the stands. We want 90,000 people back in the stands down in Florida." Guess what? He ended up picking up COVID, so their game ended up getting moved. So
that's why I brought up Alabama. I mean, Nick Saban himself has it right now.
And I always said, "What are you going to do when a big person actually gets into football?"
Yeah.
And if they die from it, it's going to be a bigger issue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I got stuck in
the great quarterbacks that we have right now in college and in pro are elderly men.
Yeah, we've actually been. I think a lot of people dodge a bullet because there's been a lot of older people that have gotten it. Like Christie, I mean, he was probably the close. I mean, he's not in.
Not a little man,
but he's a well-known. He was probably worse off than he let on. I mean, he was in ICU, but who knows how bad it really was, So
he did the report. He was in there for a week. He was hooked up and respirator and everything like that. And,
So
it was pretty serious.
Yeah, so it's going to change because the weather's getting colder. People are spending more time inside.
And let me tell you, Mark, I can vouch for how cold it's getting because we're now in the 90s here in Phoenix.
Oh, get your jackets up.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers.
Hey, in Phoenix, we share something in common with Minnesota because the freeze level is 0 in Minnesota, right? And here in Phoenix, the freeze level is 70. We're getting close.
Oh my God, that's like a beautiful fall day in Massachusetts.
In Phoenix, 70 degrees is like, are you effing kidding me how cold it is here? What are you, nuts? Go outside? What are you crazy? It's winter.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it seriously 43 degrees there right now?
Off the phone, man.
I swear to God, as we speak, it's 91 degrees right now.
You got to be shitting me, Joe. You got to be 91.
As we speak, it's 91.
Look at that. It's 95 here. 95. Wait, no.
Oh,
50,
wait.
52.
This is for the next week.
What 40s? Oh my God, our low isn't even that high. Our low, we are so thankful. Our low is in the high 60s.
Hold on, Andrew. What's
44
low?
over here.
19.
We're in the 30s for lows here.
Yeah, 19 on Sunday.
Ooh, that's too cold.
It's honestly, I think I love the change. I love the change of seasons. I love to see the foliage and the whole 9 yards.
See, look at our weather. It's 91 right now. You think I'm kidding? It's 91. Humidity is 9%. Precipitation absolute 0.
Jesus.
Look at our forecast.
Someone's laughing.
Look at the forecast. 98 tomorrow. 98 Monday. 97, 97, 98,
Yeah.
96, 94. And our temperatures are dropping here, kids. Dude, we have had 145 days of triple-digit weather. We had 55 or 57 days of 110 plus degree weather this year.
Holy moly.
55 or 57 days of 110 or better. 110
That's insane.
plus. And now we're just finishing up. We're just finishing up 140. What did I tell you? 145 days of triple-digit weather. Yeah.
Wow.
We're like you, Vega. We're in the high 60s, low 70s, and lows in the 50s here in Atlanta. So
Joe be like Cool Runnings if he came to Massachusetts.
You know what's hilarious? Right now it's 90. You would honestly, in your area it's 90. It would be blazing hot. Here, I swear to God, even if you traveled out here right now, this 91 would feel like nothing to you.
Oh yeah, because it's so low humidity.
Yeah, it is paradise. I am telling you, this is incredible weather.
So, Joe, you're actually pale like me, but because of the sun all year, you're milk dud head.
Yeah, it actually. Yeah, hey, look.
Oh, look at that farmer's tan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Rob laughing. He
Look at my
ain't your brother.
That's
Rob, he ain't your brother.
That's what on hit me. It is crazy. It really is. It's funny the differences in our climates, right, where we live. I mean, even in the same country. It's
Hey Joe, I sent you an email earlier.
You did? Wait, let me check my spam folder. Hold on.
Sent you an email earlier. Old video of Jeff Dunham's. Type in.
Oh, you're hilarious.
Type in YouTube. Jeff Dunham, Walter Weatherman. And he goes over the weather in Phoenix, Arizona, Fort Lauderdale, and Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I gotta get you. Jeff Dunham is pretty funny.
Tell me about it. I cannot play these videos. There's no way.
Yeah.
But no, it's after the show. Just look at it, watch it after the show. You
want to be part of the after show? I actually never invited you. Do you want to be in the after show?
Vegas comment.
Myself. I mean, if you're down.
Do you grab a ticket like at the deli? Do you grab a ticket?
Yeah. That's pretty good, Vega. I like that. So, boss, Vega said, if that bloated toad Christie survived it, I ain't sweating it. The boss chuckled. Okay.
And see,
good point.
This is what's hilarious. Now here, Vega, and I am not kidding you. You think I am kidding? I am not kidding. I am 100% dead serious. 70s here, I swear. People are like, "Oh my God, it's freezing." I am.
Hell, I'd be in shorts and a t-shirt.
I mean, but when you think about this climate, okay, we just finished 55 plus days of 110-degree weather or more, and now we're just wrapping up 140 plus days of triple-digit weather. When you hit 70 after all that, you feel it.
Yeah.
And that's coming from someone that is very used to cold weather.
Well, Joe,
you definitely know that. I admit.
Do you want to fix for your hot weather and you're complaining because it's too hot out there?
What do you
What's that? Tampons.
You can put this in, Joe. And the hot weather won't bother you anymore, buddy.
Sounds like something in South Park would.
Yeah, that's the hot weather just goes away, right? Yeah, warms you right up from the inside. Exactly. Yeah, that is hilarious.
Yeah. So in the winter, Joe, I mean, like in January, February, when what do you have highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s, 40s, 50s?
Right. I can't. Our weather forecasters have the easiest job. What could be easier than being a weather forecaster in Phoenix? For Christ's sake.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Clear sky and.
And I'm going golfing.
You look over here.
And I'm going golfing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what could be the easiest job ever than forecasting the weather in Phoenix? Let me see.
I feel like it would be like Ollie from Family Guy, like when he does the weather on there, and he's like, "It's hot."
Exactly. The weather, I can't tell you the last time we seen clouds. Hey, from those of you that actually talk to me on a regular, it's a humongous deal when it rains here.
Yeah.
It is a when we get rain, it rains so infrequently here that when we get rain, it's like, oh my God, it's raining. People are happy, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a big. When I went to see Mark and I went out there to Hotlanta out there, it was raining. I was like, Oh my God, this rain is incredible.
Yeah, Joe was all happy and dancing. I'm like, what the hell? It's raining. We had this yesterday. We've had 62 effing inches of rain this year here in Atlanta.
Wow.
Now, 10 years of rain in Phoenix.
Did Mark tell you Atlanta's where the players play according to the song? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
In Cheyenne, it's a foot of snow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If we had that much rain, we would literally be nonstop on CNN because Phoenix, Phoenix would be just a big lake.
Yeah.
It would be. Oh my God, I really cannot fathom it. I just.
Yeah.
Do you guys still have like fires out there in part of Arizona, or are they been out, or are they still? Because I haven't heard much about it. I know they had some of that stuff coming out from California, and Arizona was a state, and Oregon and Washington.
Yeah, no,
That's a great question.
Everything along the coast is on fire.
Mm-hmm. And I started a small fire in Vega's mom's panties.
Oh shit!
A 5-alarm fire.
What puts
Coach is feeling frisky.
Coming in hot.
How does that fire ever get put out? That's what I'm wondering.
I'm gonna diss myself. Apparently, she likes shrimp.
Oh snap! Where's the cocktail sauce?
Now, what I'm wondering is, does she like shrimp sauce?
Oh yeah, she loves it. You ever hear of the Slurpee at 7-Eleven?
Oh!
Well, if it's Coach, it's probably spicy shrimp, right? So
Spicy shrimp.
I want to know what Rob Day's drinking. He's always drinking something good.
Yeah, what do you got, Roger? What you got, brother?
I'm actually drinking the pastry snack, an Imperial coffee, coconut, marshmallow, chocolate, and vanilla stout.
That sounds terrible.
I know, right?
Is that the bargain of the week, Rod?
This wasn't a bargain. This is actually one I picked up on a beer run, 10.1 ABV when I was down in Tennessee. So got a lot of good stuff. It tastes like a coconut s'more.
What? Rob, no maple?
Taking everything and everything. I mean, I do question them now. Why didn't they put maple in there? I bet if it was made in Canada, it would have maple.
Maple and bacon. You got to put bacon in there.
Oh yeah, bacon.
Yeah.
Gotta have bacon in there.
Tailgate Brewery. It's a nice little brewery. They got some pretty good beers out of there. So Nashville.
Nashville. Okay. Haven't seen. I have to look for that. Yeah, we go to Nashville a couple times a year, it seems like. So yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty.
We don't get them here.
They're picking up outside Gatlinburg though, so they're all over the state, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, we don't get them in Atlanta, at least.
Yeah, I'll put it up. You can see all the different stuff they have on the can there.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Marshmallow, chocolate, and graham.
Free snack. Okay.
Can you look it up, Joe? Do you mind?
It's SHNACK. Joe don't pull my shit up ever. He just talks about.
No, Ron, I love how
I'm not the full player yet, Coach. I'm just the guy at the end.
I absolutely never do. That's like purpose on purpose. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, tell him. You know, we hate to tell Rajay that, but he's a second round guy, right?
I'm on trade block right now.
Hey, Brady went in the 4th round, and look at him now.
Yeah, we have the GOAT went in 4th, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's actually a compliment, Rajay.
Brady went in the 7th. Brady went in the 7th round.
No, so he's round. Brady was 6.
So we have 446 total on here. Pastry snack.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Not that many people. Wow.
10.1% ABV. We got a 4.06 bottle cap rating. Imperial coffee.
That sounds really good.
Marshmallow, chocolate, and vanilla stout. Oh yeah, baby. I'm telling you, man. You know what? This sounds fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Pastry snack.
Oh, look at that glass.
That can looks pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I am.
Flag on the play for the frosted glass, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I am. Look at that.
Yeah. You give it the tappa.
Cool.
I
like
that.
that.
Is just drinking great beer, just acting like no big deal. Oh, I'm just drinking the best thing on earth. This guy.
Just throw him down, Coach. I just throw him down.
I gotta tell you, man.
Like Will Chamberlain, I throw him down.
The Mexican hot chocolate Imperial Stout that I had yesterday from Tombstone was insane, brothers. I'm just telling you right now.
Did you get some good pepper? It
was made with habanero peppers. It literally, if you were to chug that beer, I am not kidding you. It is the first chili beer that I have had that was like eating a chili. So let's say you took an actual pepper and you bit a little bit, you're going to get a little spice. And then if you bit the whole thing, you're going to get a lot of spice. If you were to chug this beer, it would have burned you so bad you couldn't have stood it. It was crazy how much heat was in your.
So how was it coming out this morning?
Coming in hot and heavy.
No, more like coming out hot and heavy.
Ring of fire, baby.
It was. Oh yeah, baby.
What was the name of the beer, Joe?
It was the Mexican hot chocolate.
Why are you hanging out with my ex-wife?
Oh, well, someone got to keep her company, and you know what I'm saying. I had to hear her out and everything. She wanted to air her grievances, and But I'm gonna follow that up by having my first time ever today.
Here we go.
Jack.
Go-to beer. That's a new beer for Joe.
I have not had this today. This is, I've heard so much about it. And I just felt like it was something I should try. I don't know.
You have had it today. You just haven't had it this hour. It's 9 p.m.
Oh,
you had it at 8 p.m.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Well, these things, like Tom can vouch, things are happening so rapidly.
Yes, yeah, you just lose track of time.
Yeah.
When you have a child and you have a child this sexy, look at that. Look how beautiful she is. Just saying. Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This beer is just, for me, it's a damn session beer at this point. Give me a break. I've probably
that beer is almost like equivalent to the Victory at Sea. It's like that easy drinking, big beer, delicious.
Look how Bum had 12 of these things. How many did you have before you realized it was 8.1%?
Oh, the syntax, yeah. It's amazing. It is very deceptive.
It is, it's 4 beers in. What the hell did I do to myself?
You're like, oh shit.
Looks like I'll have to look for that one.
I'm curious, Rod. Have you had syntax yet?
I have not had that one yet. So
can you get it, Rod?
I have not seen that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got to look around I got to get to my total wine.
It tastes like probably about like 5.9, 6.0 at the most.
Yeah. Was it 8.5? Is that what it is?
1, yeah.
8.1. That extra 2% makes a difference after a couple.
It is.
That's what she said.
Right? As she's pulling on said earlobes, right? Yeah.
Jesus. Coach is like, wait a minute. What's going on?
Give me more, Big Daddy. Give me more. Yeah.
Jesus.
Just tug a little harder.
Oh, wait a minute. Plug Delilah's ears, please. Yeah, plug her ears.
Oh, okay. Put your ear muffins. What movie is that? Old school when Will Ferrell and whatever it is. Is he talking to put his ear muffins on?
See what's gonna happen though?
And then he like swears up and down for like 30 seconds. I love that movie. That movie's incredible.
Hey there, Dad. You're gonna learn that lesson because the first time you say "son of a bitch" and your daughter's like, "son of a bitch," you're gonna be like, "What?"
Coach, I need to learn. You know, I gotta go. So instead of saying the F word, okay, maybe a flipping flapjacks. You know, maybe.
If
You know,
uses it correctly, can you really be upset? If they use it grammatically in the right spot, I mean, that's a quick learning kid. You really can't be upset.
Tom, you're gonna be in traffic one day. It's gonna be a Tuesday. You're picking up KFC with some mac and cheese. Everything's all good. Someone cuts you off, and you're just like, "F." And then about 30 seconds later, your kid's gonna look at you and go, "F."
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, don't say that.
No, wait, you use it as a noun. Now you got to use it as a verb and then an adverb.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, I got a question for you.
Absolutely.
Personally, for me, I'm on the road. I drive. I've personally seen people worst on the roads ever since the pandemic happened.
Oh.
As a truck driver, it seems like no one's using blinkers. People are just going in and out of lanes. How was it on your side of the road?
Oh my God! You don't.
Don't get them started, Tom.
I'm just curious because it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
There's people all this.
I could literally mute everybody here for an hour. I've got
mute myself.
I could mute everybody here for an hour, talk for an hour, and still not cover everything. I'm telling you right now, like it is. Okay, just today, I'm actually in my Chevy, not in my big truck. In my Chevy, it is literally almost every traffic light. I can honk my horn just to get someone to go. Yo, you effing bleeping a-hole, go! The light changed for an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, looking down at their phone. Yeah.
And they look up and they're like, whoa.
It's either hey Joe, it's either that or the light is green for you to turn left or whatever, and there's no traffic coming from the other way, and you got the guy up in front at the light. It's green, nobody coming. Turn left, damn it. And I'm the one at 4 car lengths back laying on the horn. It's like, let's go. I have actually pulled around people who refuse to move. I have actually pulled over to the next lane, took a left right in front of them, and they're still sitting there.
Yeah, that's insane. Right now, it's insane nowadays. I think people are so frustrated and people are going through so much that they just don't give a shit.
You know, I feel like people were idiots before Corona, though. So I feel like it's just an ongoing thing still.
Yeah,
I mean,
emphasizing.
It's a carryover, is all it is. And so some of these things got worse. And what really drives me nuts is the same person. I'll pop the horn at him a little bit. Hey, yo, it's green, stupid. Let's go. You know, I ain't getting younger here. You know what I'm saying? And so they go. We get to the next light. Yo, again, effing a-hole. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting that. The thing that bothers me, that bothers me. Okay, there's a million things that bother me, all right? But when I am in my big truck, one of the things that is pretty serious to me is don't when you don't have to, and there's sometimes in our bigger cities, Phoenix is one of them, where you can't help it. You're in traffic, and I understand these things. But there's plenty of times when you don't have to be next to a truck. Get the hell away from us, please.
Yeah.
You know why? There's so many things that happen. And one of the things that has happened since the beginning of the year is people will cruise next to me for miles and miles and miles. And I'm like, do you not realize that at any moment I could blow a tire? I'll tell you right now, Tom, literally a month ago, I had been parked for about a half hour and one of my tires randomly just blew. These things happen, bro.
Yeah.
Like and when they happen, that tread is gonna, what we call a gator. If you drive trucks, CB talk is a gator. We got a gator. You got a gator over here. You got a gator over here.
Up here, it's called cowtails.
Yeah, cowtails, but they still call them gators in your country. I've been there. Trust me. Anyway, CB talk is that's the way, you know. Anyway, it's besides the point. But them things fly off. The tread flies off, and it has been known to unlucky. It's like hitting the lottery, but you don't want to hit that lottery, and that damn thing comes through your windshield and knocks your head off your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of things can happen. Why do you feel the need to cruise? So many people will cruise next to me for 10 effing miles. I don't get it. Yeah. I can only go a lot of trucks, especially if you see a truck that is from a big company. We're governed at something. Okay, newsflash, people. If I'm going 65 for long enough, that's probably because that's all I can do. All right?
Yeah.
If I can go faster, I'm going to go faster, get by your ass. Please, trust me. That's the way it works. All right? I can only go 65, 66 miles an hour. So you're trying really hard, and I know it when you stay close to me, when you stay right next to me for that long. You are the one trying really hard. If you're wondering why that truck is next to you for that long, it's probably you. Just saying. You know,
my dad was a truck driver for like 30 years, and that's the one thing he told me. If you're next to a truck driver, get the fuck past them. Just get past them, because they blow a tire, something will happen to you.
Yeah, it's not good.
Former commercial tire guy here.
The situation that happens now didn't used to be a factor 15 years ago. Was now, with regulations and stuff, we have these skirts now on the sides of our trailers. You cannot see what's happening on the inside of it. That is awesome. Yeah. Are you serious?
Oh shit, that's cool.
That is kind of freaky.
Hilarious.
That is great. That's your man.
Beer cheese? That beer cheese?
That looks pretty cool. Just like you. That is so funny.
For
Mandy,
Joe, I speak as a former tire guy for about 6 years, and I've had to save many a truck driver on the side of the highway.
Oh yeah, we love you guys.
You drive down the highway and you just see shredded tires everywhere, and you don't think that'll ever happen when you're next to a truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it does happen, right? Like Joe said, you never know. You got what?
Just so you know, Joe, just so you know, whenever I'm next to a truck, I'm like, okay, Joe's driving the truck, and if I was doing something stupid, he'd be pissed at me. So every time I see a truck, I make sure I'm not doing anything stupid, because I don't want you to be mad at me.
And it's I could damn
it, there was that stupid idiot in that Subaru, and he wouldn't move.
Or Prius. Yeah, exactly. When they're in the Subaru or Prius, I just expect it. I'm like, oh my god.
The Prius drivers are the worst. If you are driving the speed limit and they have no reason to cut over in front of you, they will cut over in front of you and slow you down to 40 miles an hour. As soon as possible, I'll get past them and I'll put the hammer down. Boom, I'm gone.
If there's any takeaway from this, though, it's honestly just please get by trucks if you can. And just remember one more piece of advice. If someone is in a truck, just remember they're working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're working, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Please just get by. Do whatever you do. You just please keep that in mind. If that driver is behind that truck working, you're just trying to do a damn job. And I've had some people ask me, some, not many, but some, ask me, well, what's going on with truck drivers these days? How come they're not as friendly as they used to be? Look, if you look at what's happening around you in America these days, there is a multitude of cultures. It's the same thing that's happening with truck driving. You're going to see an incredible rainbow of people driving trucks these days. And not all these cultures are necessarily, hey, hi, how you doing? Not all of them are. And
get a lot of women too.
And as many women as I like to see behind the wheel personally, because hello, but I mean, still, women behind the wheel doing a job are there to do a job, and they're not very like, hey, hi, how you doing? That's the reality of that. They're not. women aren't very like, hey, hi, how you doing? They feel like they really need to be doing their job, and that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other cultures that just aren't that type of person. You know what I'm saying? They're just not, hey, hi, how you doing, or anything like that type people. So, there's all this in the last 20 years, there has been an incredible change in America, and that has also reflected behind the people that you see behind the wheel of big trucks as well. So we have to keep some of that in mind as well. Some of the drivers that are behind these big trucks, driving these big trucks now aren't. I have a lot of issues with it as well, but I won't get into all that. But just keep in mind that person is working and they're trying to do their job, and that might help some situations. I hope.
I just think less of an idiot that helps them do their job better.
Yeah.
Jay, what would you have to say?
I think there's more dumb drivers on the road. I see them all the time. So it's kind of just idiots that don't know how to drive, use blinkers, Priuses that get in the left lane. Like, why are you in the left lane over here? You shouldn't be over here. So
some of the guys that on this show right now in this room that I'm in contact with a lot, I kind of point out some of my own flaws. Some of the things that I'm able to do now in a truck are because they're automatic. When Earth used to be on the show, Earth used to be one that I would throw it to quite a bit because we were big proponents of just take the darn automatics out of cars, and people have to focus back on their driving if they have to drive sticks. That is the one technology alone.
Cripple a nation, put all sticks back in the cars and trucks again.
But you don't have distractions. You can't concentrate. You have to concentrate when you drive stick.
Yep. You have to know what's going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You think about how far back automatic transmissions go and how far back it has been since since we started complaining about these sort of things. One of the things that I noticed, and I watch a lot of these old videos because I'm from LA, so I like to watch a lot of old videos on LA, what it looked like in the 30s, what it looked like in the 40s, and some of that they're doing an excellent job. These guys are taking video and able to slow it down by the frame and actually make it the same speed as it would be now in video. And one of the things that happens is you see a lot of the drivers actually paid a lot more damn attention than they do now.
Yeah.
When they go and they compare a video from then to a video now, there's a lot more aggravation now.
Mm-hmm.
You do get a lot of these companies that do record you while you're driving. I know Cisco, they will record you while you're driving. There's like a camera.
Great point, Tom. I've got 2 cameras in my truck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Anywhere around one of my company's truck. If you driving anywhere around our truck, I tell you right now, there's 2 cameras on you. And
it protects you, but it's more from the liability of the company.
Yeah.
Railroads have even put them in the cabs of their locomotives too.
A lot of big trucks
for the same reason, because of a few of these railroad grade crossing accidents.
Yeah, so you have to keep in mind.
At my work, they know when my seatbelt's on and when it's off because I carry a little diode with me, and they basically know everything I'm doing. And it's crazy because if the truck's moving and my seatbelt's not on, I get a call immediately. Why is your seatbelt not on? Oh, damn. Okay.
To your point, even more, when one of my cameras in my truck is a little bit tilted a particular way, I can't move that truck till it gets fixed. I'll get headquarters calling me, yo, fix your camera. It needs to be a little. It's that dialed in, kids.
Yeah.
So if you think you're doing something around the truck, like cutting me off, like everybody does. Yeah. Everybody.
Right, Joe. If you're gonna go in front of a truck, at least 5-6 car lengths, right? Go in front, get you space, and then move over, please. Because you're driving a 53-footer
with a truck.
Yeah, it's serious business, man. Because there's so many times I'm coming down a grade. which in a car you might not even realize it's a downgrade. But when you're flipping 70,000, 80,000 pounds, and I'm already timing it for a particular stop, and you cut in front of me, now you cut my time. Oh,
but Joe, there's people that want to get hit.
And heaven forbid if you lose a shift.
I'm not nuts, Joe.
not going to lose a shift, but I mean that's
Andrew, there's people that want to get hit by UPS because it's a payday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know.
It's disgusting. I've seen it in the short time I've worked there, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
But here's a question for you, Joe, because like where we're at here in Cincinnati, we have certain spots where trucks are supposed to be in the right two lanes.
Yeah.
And they'll constantly get on the left side and be in one of the two left lanes. And it's like, do they ever get notified about that? Because they're screwing with the other traffic that are trying to get around them. Like they're not supposed to be in lanes, but they still go into them. So then does that liability fall into the trucks because they're going in areas they're not supposed to go? Like there literally are signs, trucks stay in the right two lanes. On the pavement, it said truck lanes.
Yeah, and that's relatively kind of new-ish thing, isn't it? Like the last handful of years, isn't it? Or how long has that been in your...
I mean, they've been doing it here in Cincinnati for 10, 15 years because they have like a
same here in Atlanta. Same way.
Out in the hill, they get a lot of trucks that'll turn over, and they want trucks to go a certain way, and traffic's trying to get around them. So it's known to be an area where trucks crash, but you still get some of these guys that come through, and they still get in the other lanes, and then like people do cut them off because they're not supposed to be over there as well. So people are zigzagging around them, but it's like, if they got cameras and stuff, I would think they would get notified by their company. Like, why are you in the lanes you're not supposed to be in?
Now that you're not going to get notified by the company, but if you get a ticket or a fine, you're damn sure gonna get put on notice. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You don't want DOT pulling you over because that's gonna be a shit show.
Exactly.
You'll be sitting there for 2 hours and they'll pull your truck apart.
Hey, Tom. When I was doing my commercial tire work years ago, I left the shop to go on a call. I was heading back to the shop, and here's a Minnesota State Patrol CVI. He has not one, not two, but he's got 3 dump trucks pulled over to the side of the road.
A bunch of dirt dummies?
No, they've all got Bobcats behind them, and they're going to dump rock at a site just right up the street. And dump truck operators who pull Bobcat, they are you could say they're very lax in following certain rules.
Oh, man,
as far as keeping their truck up and keeping their shit chained down to the trailer like it should be, and they only use half the chains on their Bobcats and shit.
I feel for guys that I used to pull. I used to pull double belly dumps back in the day, and when you do haul rock, you haul material, you haul dirt, all these sort of when you're pulling belly dump, end dump, any sort of dump truck, you're gonna get picked on a lot, and that's the reality of that deal. They have a field day with you. The problem with law enforcement, and this is with all law enforcement. I don't give a flying rip. They could jump on this show right now. I'll have at them. We'll field day. You'll see a whole different Joe D. I promise you. The problem. Well, let me tell you, man. Because right now, because of COVID, a lot of these municipalities are struggling. What is their large source of resource that they could just dig into and no one is gonna make a boo about it? It is commercial traffic, right? And they'll come after commercial traffic and they'll come after your parking, right? The problem with this is it goes from being a punishment to a source of revenue. Where is that fine line between punishment and revenue? A lot of these municipalities across our country are you're having judges having a difficult time making this line because it's gone from, okay, here's a $25 parking fee. Let's just take parking. $25 parking fee to, okay, here's a $25 parking fee on top of this processing fee on top of this. So they're adding all these other junk fees to jack up the revenue because it's gone from a punishment to a source of revenue. So how do you actually know what the real, genuine motivation is behind them actually, giving you this darn citation? You
don't. Yeah, and that's the problem. They always say, "Oh, it's not for revenue; it's for public safety," and that's all. It's all crap.
It's all crap.
It's all crap. That's how most, especially smaller law enforcement, police departments, that's how they raise most of the revenue is by traffic enforcement.
The problem is, my uncle, he's a lawyer in Minnesota, where Andrew's at, in Minneapolis area. He explained it to me like this. The problem is, and I agree with you, Mark, you have a lawyer that goes to school for 8 to 10 years to learn the law. You have a police officer that goes for 6 months through an academy, maybe to a year, and they're supposed to know the same laws that attorney knows after 10 years.
They don't.
That's a problem. That's a serious freaking effing problem.
Oh, yeah. It's a huge thing. And what that means is when you get pulled over by that cop that had 6 months of training on the law, you got to hire the attorney with 20 years of training to counteract it.
Right.
Yeah.
But
you got to pay hundreds of dollars to get rid of that. Yeah.
So if you're ever found not guilty or your case gets dismissed, it needs to fall back on that police department that got it wrong, because
it never goes back. It never goes back. Yeah. That's part of the problem.
I'm just not a big advocate for law enforcement.
I was going to say, well, my wife's a lawyer, so only 3, not 8 to 10. I mean, unless I don't know what law school he went to, but usually it's 3 years for law. But
what kind of law?
3 or 4 years. Yeah, but you go to school for years versus months. I mean, that is a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference there. Yeah. But it's actually where most people go. They go for like 2 or 3, but then they have prosecutor experience, all that kind of stuff, because they go in training and stuff for a few years after that. Yeah. But the thing is, like, I had a couple friends that, they're police. It's like, they don't know all the laws they're supposed to enforce for them to actually stay on top of things like a lawyer does. That's why a lot of lawyers will tell you stuff. It's kind of like if you get stopped by police and they want to search the car, lawyers always tell you to say no unless they have a warrant. And then you're stopped and they started making an issue about it. That's fine. Make them get a warrant, because it's not as easy for them to get a warrant to do something. Yeah. Now, obviously, that has a plus or minus, because I mean, if you have something definitely in the car, you probably don't want them to search it anyway. But even if you don't have anything, you still have that right under protection under the Fourth Amendment for them not to search it. And most people aren't even up to knowing what their protections are either, which is an issue. Like when we went to school, we knew the Constitution. We learned that in basically grade school, and they don't teach that nowadays. Yeah. So people
there's I don't know where it is. It's on YouTube, I'm sure, like everything. But he's an attorney and a former police officer, and his whole thing is never talk to the cops. Basically, just say no. I'm going to get my attorney or whatever, because there's just so many cases of, oh, can we search your car? Oh yeah, no problem. I have nothing to hide. And then they find something and it ends up being a big problem, so it's just, and most people don't even think about it. And, the problem is if they find something or think they find something, and then you end up getting arrested. Once you're arrested, even if you're innocent, you're screwed. I mean, because it runs into all the problems with everything else that goes along, because even if you get vindicated, you still show us an arrest record, and that screws up everything for the rest of your life. I mean,
and there's. Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
Please, Rod. Please.
No, I was going to say, I mean, the flip side to it, because I do work in sales, like I've been stopped for stuff that I've actually, done, like speeding or something like that and everything. But I rarely ever get a ticket because I'm in sales. I can't talk my way out of a lot of stuff. But
it's respect.
If you go one way, you may do that and have that. So you got to know how to play it out for that situation. But the main thing is, for instance, it's just being observant. Like there was an officer that was pulled over, and he was a black officer, and there was more concern around some of the stuff that was actually happening at this time with, the police stuff taking place. Mm-hmm. And the cop was asking him to get out the car to reach for something. He said, "I'm not doing that." And he said, "I'll tell you, I'm a law enforcement. If you want to see my stuff, you reach in the glove compartment and get my badge." And he said, "Now, I'm not going to do anything until you turn your body cam on," because the guy didn't have his body cam on. But he knew that as an officer, by looking at the cop's cam and it wasn't red, he knew it wasn't on. Yeah. And there's certain things out there. And he's like, if you ever get stopped, hands on the wheel, you make sure their body cam is on. If you don't feel comfortable, you say you call the superior officer or the watch commander out. You don't feel comfortable with the officer there.
That's your right. That's your right. That's
all 911 on the phone while the officer's there as well. So there's all kinds of ways to handle it, but most people aren't versed enough to know those type of things to do.
That's scary, though.
And those are fantastic pieces of information to have.
Yeah,
they really are. And I think Coach was going there. When you are in that situation, your heart's thumping. The minute you see them cherries go on behind you, come on, kids, because you're like, woof, 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 woof. I mean, your heart is pumping, man. Even if you haven't done anything, you're like, what the hell did I do? Why am I getting pulled over? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, your heart is beating, and it can be very. But the problem is that, the thing of it is, the biggest piece of advice I can give you in that sort of situation, when blood pressure instantly goes through the roof, is give yourself a moment to think.
Mm-hmm.
Just do everything you can. Keep calm just enough to give yourself. Haven't we talked about it? Like when I do the New Year's shows, and I'm like, yo, the biggest advice I can give you, just in general, is just give yourself a moment to think. A moment. Take a breath. You'll have that badge right here on your window. Just.
It seems like forever, but it's only 5 seconds, and that makes a huge difference.
A huge difference.
Yeah.
You know, just if you can get somehow give yourself 2 or 3 seconds even to just think. You might remember some of this stuff that we're talking about here, and that's why we're doing this. We're doing this so that you're practicing, and if you do come into that situation tomorrow, you're like,
and any of us could, just.
And one thing I always tell people is that there's one way that it could be handled easily on both sides, and it's one little thing. And it's called empathy, right? So if you're the person pulled over, you don't know what that cop is going through, what's on his mind today, or what may have just happened. That cop doesn't know what you've been going through or what's on your mind. If both sides have a little more empathy, then it makes that situation a lot better. So
that's the big thing is it's communication, and if you do it in a civil manner and in a reasoned manner, and like you said, Joe, where you take just a few seconds to think and focus on the present instead of everything else that's going on. And, I mean, the cop's doing a job, you're doing a job.
Yeah.
And you've got to realize that it's not personal between one of the, it's just reality. So you just
it's not that serious. It's really not even that serious. Just listen to the other person for 5 minutes and vice versa. And maybe you guys can work it out better than being on YouTube. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
honestly,
and people don't take those few seconds, and they just react with that gut instinct or whatever happens, and then that's when the shit hits the fan.
With life in general, please.
Breathe.
Thing out. Just life in general, like with Tom, like with anything legal, with anything in life. If you can give yourself in the heat of battle a second or 2 or 3 even, just think. You're probably going to handle that situation a lot better.
Yeah.
It's like my girlfriend's dad said. She's like, he's like, if you're too close to the situation, you won't see everything. But if you take a couple steps back and kind of look at everything, maybe you'll see something you didn't see before, and you can make a better decision. You know what I mean? It's maybe sometimes, like you're saying, if you take a deep breath, maybe give them a yes sir, maybe a yes ma'am. Maybe they'll respect you. You know what I mean? It's how you come off. You know.
Getting back to Rod J's earlier point, I'm going to expand on it a little bit, okay, kids? Because one of the things that was taught when I was in school was an etiquette class.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
they did in said etiquette class was teach you that what happens after that first 30 seconds of a human interaction is going to dictate how the rest of it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So if you just let's go back to the legal part where you're dealing with that cop that pulled you over, he's walking up. If you can just, when your heart is
the lights are going,
get it together, you got cherries, everything's happening, even if you know you're in the wrong, take a breath, kids, and just give it a yes sir, yes ma'am. You know, and the rest might go a better way. Might
more so if you're in the wrong. You want to go side of
Listen,
you might be able to start a movement with the yes sir, yes ma'am. That's it, right? That's it.
Right, that is it.
You're giving yourself a chance. What you just want to give yourself a better. Your first interact when you come home after work. If you just tell your significant other instead of, man, I just got off work, goddamn, leave me alone for a second. If you hi.
I mean, it's a different thing though too, because I'll say, and Joe, you might be there with me too when you were younger, just because Black in America, I mean, we had to talk when we were kids, and like when you got pulled over and stuff like that and everything. So a lot of that stuff was part of growing up, and the parents' main goal was to get you home in one piece and then handle anything after that too. So
I don't want to go there because I have rage in me, right?
Yeah.
I got you, bro. I got
those days of me effing chilling, minding my own effing business, and there's no other reason why you gotta come over here harassing me because I'm not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're chilling. I ain't gonna go there.
That's a whole different topic.
No.
Yeah.
Listen.
I am not going there. Okay. With all of that said,
that was part of our upbringing. That's the thing. That just was part of our upbringing.
Even in that situation, though, had I had someone that told me, "Yo, hothead, if you just yes sir, no sir, relieving sir, I'll do whatever to get yourself out of that situation." Maybe some of my situations would have went a little better, because me being a hothead.
There you go.
That happened to me. Me in my persistence of, you effing can't do this because I'm an American and I got effing rights. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, if I may say something. I grew up with a pure Mexican mom, and my dad looks just like Mark. I swear to God.
Oh, I'm so sorry for that.
So he like
are you coach's dad?
He must be a first-round pick.
Did Mark LeBron? LeBron West and LeBron?
The life lesson here.
Wait, I'm gonna. Are you called Mark dad? What's happening?
I got to hear the rest of the story now, Coach.
The life lesson,
Dad.
You son of a bitches, dude.
It's poor coach. He's going to make a great point, you bastard.
Yeah, he's like, shut up and let me talk.
Love you, Coach.
The thing Joe, Bum, and Mark know about me is I got implicated in something serious about 3 months ago. It got dropped. The whole thing got dropped, completely dropped. Hi, Capes. the problem was I was wrapped up in a system, Rod and company. You guys can try in a minute. It was my life. They were looking at throwing about 12 years at me, and the whole thing got dropped. But the not to get too serious, the underlying thing here is that our judicial system is fucked up. And I'm sorry for saying that word, but it got dropped, Tom. But yeah, I was looking at some serious things. And if an officer wasn't wearing a camera, I probably would have been effed, because they looked at that and they said, well, this guy really actually didn't do what you said he did. And like I said, Joe, Bum, and Mark know. So I feel grateful. I try to live my life a different way now. Sometimes I don't always follow that, but yeah, man, our judicial system is screwed up because I was looking at some serious problems, as these guys know, and Andrew, Tom, and Rod don't, but
regardless of what it is, we're happy you're here.
Well, yeah, I prevailed. My life is moving on. I learned from it. And I won't let that mistake happen again. But, I feel like Mark and Bum and Joe helped me, because when I was facing this, and I talked to them probably a little more than you guys do, but man, what could have happened versus what did happen.
We're glad you're here.
You guys talking to you guys, man. It's crazy. It really is crazy.
I'm kind of curious, Bum. Do you have any reactions to anything you've heard here on any level of this conversation?
I've had reactions from everything everybody said, and I'm all over the map with this. Everybody's case is different. Like the interactions with police, I've had my own too, but I can't compare those to ones that you and Rod have had. The basic thing I can boil it down to is there's good people and bad people in all walks of life. There's good cops and bad cops. There's good citizens and bad citizens.
Well,
and sometimes good people, good citizens interact with good cops and bad cops, and vice versa. And
hello.
I don't know.
We've got what I feel like is going to be our next political people on camera right now.
Congrats, Tom.
We've got some very beautiful women on camera right now.
Hey, congratulations, Tom.
How you doing, ladies? How you doing? I'm looking at it.
Tom, your future
right now.
Yeah, for real. Man.
Tom, this is you in about 2 years, and this is you in about 6. So
yeah,
this one throws cheese at my TV, the one I paid $4,000 for, and this one gets in the car and screams at me because I didn't bring her lunch on time. So
these smiles, let me tell you.
Oh, they look completely harmless, Coach.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what Coach is talking about.
What's your problem, Coach?
Yeah.
As Joe can attest, and Andrew and Rod, and Mark and Bum, I'm telling you, it's a great thing. But man, they are little assholes.
They're a handful, right?
Little demons, yeah, right, yeah.
When she's 5. And she can't brush her hair the right way because you didn't buy her the right brush, and then she's screaming between the balls. Don't say I didn't warn you, or all of us didn't warn you.
Your oldest is 5, Coach?
No, my oldest Rod is 22. He's a Marine. Actually, he's not a Marine anymore. He just got once a Marine, always a Marine. He just got out, but he's 22. down in Texas with my little boy. See, Mandy, you're on air. Sorry about that.
Wait a minute, is Team over there?
Yeah.
Right.
Bring me up, Scotty.
Real quick.
Now tell team to shut up.
No,
Ray
he's in shape right now.
who is Jody's Fam Bam. He's 22. He is working in a mechanic shop. He's having a baby. Called me the other day. I told you guys the grandpa thing. I'm not willing to accept that. Long story short, and then my little guy's 10, and then these guys are Mandy's, and they're 5 and 2. So
yeah. Well, the other ones are boys though. So you got the 2 girls. So she's 5. This is different.
These are biologically mine. These are Mandy's, but you know.
But you got about 11 years or so to find out which shotgun you want to have when you're sitting on that porch for her date, right? Her first date.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the thing.
Which one you want to pick up?
Yeah. You want the slugs? Do you want the what kind of shotgun shell do you want?
Mossberg 590 Shockwave.
Oh, I know, Andrew. Oh, I know.
You already have
Mossberg Shockwave 590.
Start saving for it now, Tom. Just start saving for it.
It's actually a good shotgun and a very reasonable price, under $600.
There you go.
Oh yeah. See, now we have
Hi, guys. Say hi then.
a lot better.
Hello.
Over here. You got this beautiful.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Tom, good luck.
No. He's like, Tom, good luck.
Say, good luck, Teen Wolf.
Yeah. Hey, he's got this guy right here.
Hey.
See him on the bottom? He's got a little baby. So
He just
Say
had
A newborn.
yeah.
10 days old.
Yeah.
Gonna be 10 days, yeah.
She's
We'll
like,
say congratulations about that.
Yeah, she's not impressed at all, Tom. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Congratulations.
thank you.
there you
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll tell you, I
That's awesome.
absolutely love having kids on the show. It's you know, while I was in the brewery last night, there was kids in the brewery, you know, with their parents. It's a fantastic thing, man. You know, learning these things as a young kid, you know, how to actually responsibly, if I could get it all out, responsibly drink. That it's a start there. If you could just get it all out,
that's half the battle.
that's not a real good, you know, example right there, kids. Just skip over that one. Fast forward the video a little bit, you know. But it is great when you can see you know, people teaching their kids how to actually handle alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Responsible manner. That is good, you know.
Well, you saw that when you were in Germany, right, Joe? I mean, Europeans typically kids drink, you know, as kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So by the time they're 20, 21, yeah.
What we consider, I think actually, you know, nowadays, I think actually some of their legal ages have raised, haven't
they? Have gone up. Yeah.
Yeah, too many accidents and shit.
Like 16 or so, I thought.
Yeah, they used to be 16. Yeah.
Hey, Coach, I threw a link in the StreamYard chat.
Oh. Where my mom's from, I went there to Azores. It's like about 800 miles off the coast of Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
When I went there when I was about 15, they like they say, if you can look over the counter, you can drink. You know what I mean? It's just how it is.
I mean, you were like 6'4" when you were 4, right? I mean, you were a big kid.
Exactly.
Anyway. So yeah.
Exactly. I was drinking since 4 years old, so I'm good to go. When I turned 21, I was ready. I wasn't going out binge drinking. I'm
sorry.
My mom told me a story like when she was younger, her father would have her go down the street and get cachaça, and she would go get it and then come back and she'd drink half of it. and then pour, like, she drank a decent amount, and then pour the rest with water. And so, like, when he was like 50, 60, and 65, she told him that, and he was like, "Oh, that's why that shit was so weak." You know what I mean?
So he knew. He was just having fun, probably.
Because he drinks something else. He'd be like, "Oh, this shit's good." You know what I mean? That's my daughter gets. It's horrible. But like you said, like when you introduce certain things at a certain age, and you respectfully try to like how can I say this? When you try to introduce things in a respectful manner in different ways, like you want your kids. Personally, for me, I want my kid to understand that it's okay to do certain things. You know what I mean? It's okay to drink alcohol at certain ages, but in a certain amount. You know what I mean? Like celebrations with champagne and stuff, and like different things like that. But I don't know. I could say as much as I want, but I haven't really seen anything yet. But
as a new papa, Tom, what would be what are your views? Hey, we got Coach
there we go.
And his son there.
Oh, there you go.
You guys know. We've seen Ray on the show. Ray was on the
we've
show.
seen that.
Yeah,
those two good-looking guys.
You remember him? Yeah. So
that's awesome.
And there's my other one. There's actually both of them.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys have seen him on the show before. It's been years, but anyway,
a couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing you, son.
But I'm kind of curious, Tom, as a new papa. What are your views now with your kid and things that are perfectly legal? Caffeine. So when will you introduce, if ever, coffee or tea to your child? Sugar. What are your views on?
Oh man, so glucose.
You know what I'm saying?
She's already been introduced to sugar. So the second day we were there. Now they do tests, and they don't want the baby to cry, so they prick their legs and all that. And one of the nurses gave her glucose pacifier, and it knocked her out for the whole day. They said it's like a painkiller for a baby, sugar. So personally, for me, caffeine. I think caffeine should be around 14, 15, right? 16, maybe around that area. Alcohol, maybe around like 12, 13, 14, like small amounts, very small amounts, like champagne celebrations on New Year's, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Right, okay.
But I mean, then you got marijuana, which obviously is going to be federally legal. Obviously,
it will be in the next 5 or 10 years, I bet. Yeah,
I would bet. It will be. By the time your child is an adult, I would bet that in a lot of states, if not federally, it might
no doubt
legally.
Yeah.
I mean, with marijuana, I'd rather have my kids smoke weed than go out and drinking with their friends and go do stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like when I was 16, 17, I was drinking, smoking, drinking. Obviously, whenever I drank, it was much worse. Like, right? Like when you drank, you were your buddies, you did stupid shit. When you smoked, you smoked and you laughed and you watched movies and you ate Cheetos, right? Had a good time. But
what kind of Cheetos did you eat? That's the question.
Oh man,
that is.
Man,
puffy Cheetos or crunchy Cheetos?
Puffy or crunchy? Yeah.
The crunchy fire Cheetos. Oh baby, oh man.
Go. Okay,
that's my jam.
Good answer.
They've gotten much better Cheetos these days than they did when we were young.
Well, I agree though. I mean, it's. I think all things considered, it'd probably much rather be weed than alcohol.
I was.
Yeah.
I'm just answering to the thing. I was about 3 hours ago, but not now. No. I can responsibly do it though.
If you do weed, what's the worst that can happen? You become Jeff Spicoli or something, right? So,
it's hard to believe, but you can responsibly do things. You know what I mean? When you try to do it.
Yeah.
At least responsibly.
It's interesting, man, because you know, you just had a child, and right now to kind of think what your child will go through in 10 more years, what schooling will be for your child after this pandemic. Like we have absolutely no idea, right?
Yeah.
We don't have idea. Will your child, will Delilah ever truly go to school?
Yeah.
So
You know what I'm saying? Will Delilah know what school? You know, you might have that first generation, true, pure generation that don't know
Andy
what
Robinson in the house.
school is.
Tom, can you make another baby? And Mandy wants that baby that you just made. And I'm really sorry, but she just really wants that baby really bad. So make another one, and then
Okay.
Is that okay?
Whoa.
Yeah, sure.
What's happening?
I don't know what exactly you asked me, but sure.
Fire up the baby factory, Tom. Fire up the baby factory.
What is happening here? So
Is Tom supposed to UPS the baby to you, or you want?
Did I just sign a
Call that
contract?
baby fever. Women get baby fever.
How was this baby? You know, I hate to say this. You know what I'm saying? But if you want,
That's what usually happens, though.
No, you want.
Hey, Coach, I got a suggestion for you.
I'd love to hear it, Hightower.
Go to your local store, find look in the kids section for DVDs, and find the most annoying one. And then what you do is you throw it in the DVD player and just put it on repeat. Because it's going to be the same freaking DVD that they're going to watch every single time.
Hi, welcome to my world already. Right there. Yeah, in my world, we call that a K-ring. And Joe's been through this. Joe loves it, and so is Rod. And, you know, we all understand. We've all been through it. Yeah. I listened to Barney.
Oh, I used to love Barney. That was my jam.
I don't have any.
Love me.
Rod J don't have any kids.
That was me.
Hey, that's why he gets all the Rod J deals. You know what I mean?
Right. Let me cut
He's
into
got
the
no
beer,
kids.
and I can't be messed with those.
I love beer. Beer loves me.
There we go.
We're a happy family.
That's awesome.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what, guys, that's a great spot to end the show. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Rajay, appreciate you jumping in again, my friend.
Yep.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. And again, man, I hate to do this at the end here, but I have to.
Yeah.
Man. Greg,
Yeah.
I can't fathom what you're going through, my friend. If you're still tuning in, our hearts are with you, brother. I mean,
Yeah, with you, man.
I feel like I can say that for the malt liquor community as well. Like, that is what you're going through, man, is deep, brother. And thank you for even tuning in. You know, I'm glad we could bring a little smile to your face in this time. We're with you, brother. We grieve with you, man. Absolutely.
I talked to him on Insta. Gave him some love. Hang out, some love. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Positive thoughts, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we love you, brother. That's all I can say. We love you, man. We're with you. I mean, I don't know what else. Anything possible we can do.
Hey, Craig, if you have anyone to talk to, do you know what I mean? Just talk to one of us, and we're there for you.
We're here. Yep, we're
Yeah,
here.
definitely, Craig.
Just reach out in our offline chat.
Our hearts
Yeah, we're there for you, man.
are definitely with you and your daughter in this time, man. This is insanely heavy duty stuff, and we will do what we do to keep your mind distracted. But just keep in mind that behind all of that, brother, you exactly. You want to reach out one-on-one, man. You just it'll happen, man. You just let us know.
If you want to do a video chat, I don't mind doing that, and just talk.
Much love for you, brother. Anyway, you guys take care. Peace out, man.
All right.
Hey, have a great week,
guys. Good night.
Cheers, everybody.
Remember to hug that person you love, man. Hug all of them.
Oh yeah.
If any reminder, it's that. Hug that person, man. All of them.
Don't wait for tomorrow, what you can do today.
Exactly, man. Peace out. Peace out, brother.
Hey, have a great week, guys.
See you guys. Cheers.
Later, guys.